Start the shit up.
Right. Episode 59. Yes,
Yeah.
episode 59. Welcome to another.
Almost at 60.
Yeah.
If my math is correct.
That's how numbers work.
Shut up.
Welcome to another episode of Please Delete This. Yeah, we have Darren,
BM.
Genevieve.
the first. Hello, folks.
What's up, yo?
What up, y'all? What's good?
Can I start
Kick
on
it.
a somber note?
I was gonna
yes,
say.
you can. Can I start on a somber note?
I was gonna
go
say,
ahead.
Yeah,
can we
yeah.
do that before we get drunk? And
Yeah.
I was actually gonna commission you to be the one to do it because you're most eloquent out of the three of us
You would have me do
by
it.
far. So go ahead.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so over the weekend on Sunday, we lost I don't even want to just say a rapper, a father, a son, a brother, entrepreneur, husband, rapper, leader in the community, Nipsey Hussle. He was, I don't even like talking about it. I'm getting all right. He was taken from us on Sunday in front of one of his stores in a plaza that he owns.
That plaza too,
He owns
yeah.
the plaza, yeah. And obviously, we're several days removed. Details came out. There's actually a gentleman or a scumbag that has hung around him, has been around him, and it was over some simple shit. But he felt disrespected by Nipsey, came back and did what he did. I don't know. I been kind of racking my brain on how to even talk about this on the mic because when I found out, I was actually emotional. Because first it was, we saw on Twitter that he had gotten shot. First, I'm hoping it's false.
Yeah, because it was April 1st.
Right.
Yeah.
And then before all the details can really come in, there wasn't even enough time in between. Then you find he passes. So I was in my car parked, and instantly my eyes fill up. And I'm like, yo, like, why this brother? Because I talked about him on the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
First introduced to him off of technically his first album, real album, Victory Lap.
Same.
And I was actually motivated by his music, not to buy dumb shit or not to stunt or not to, ball out or get mad women or whatever. It was to reinvest in your community, a different level of maturity on dope ass beats. And I was looking forward to not only more music that he would put out with that same message, but also all the other things he was working on. He had a school that he had set up in LA to help kids get into Silicon Valley, kids in the inner city. We mentioned his business ventures. He had deals going on with Puma. I think him and Khaled were going to collab on something.
Yeah, he was definitely their brand, one of the brand ambassadors.
Yes.
Things going on.
Gary Vaynerchuk, he's doing stuff for Gary. He owns all of his music, all his masters, and we champion entrepreneurship here on this podcast. So just hearing that and seeing somebody who was of that ilk in the hip hop community and influential on both sides, because he had his affiliations with Crip, but he was cool with everybody. He did music with Blood folks, and he did music with Bloods in the community, and that's the purpose of those two gangs. The original purpose, to bring the community together and uplift people. I thought it was just me. Days later, still feeling it even to this day. My coworker, who's a white gentleman, younger white gentleman, but we both connected off of the music and love for music and Victory Lap also, because he's like, man, this album's dope. And as we were talking about it today, and this is Thursday, I saw his eyes start to get all red and fill up too. And it just doesn't, this one, people have been saying the same thing. It hits different. This one hits different. So I just hope people are motivated and inspired. And if you haven't listened to Nipsey Hussle's music, ain't nothing wrong with being a fan now. Go check it out.
Even that new single that just came out is really good, and I'm just one. I feel for Lauren London in a way that's just like gosh,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. I mean, his family, his kids, they have a kid together, they had a family together,
Yeah.
and the whole thing is just ridiculously sad, and I just don't know.
Yeah. He owned 100% of his masters. So please, stream away. If you're old school like me, buy an album. And actually, as people are passing information around, I saw that he has a website with all his merch from the store that he was that he had over there, T-shirts, hats. physical copies of his album. So, just pulling up the retweet so I can get the website for anybody who's interested. It's called themarathonclothing.com. So I don't know the family, but what I could do to contribute, I can purchase merchandise, I can purchase music, and knowing that the proceeds go directly to him, to his family, I was cool with dropping a good amount of money on a couple of shirts and some music. So it was a mouthful. I could say a lot, man, but rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. And, the marathon continues. Hopefully people kind of pick up where he left off and we can spread more positivity and more growth in our communities,
And one thing that kind of bothered me, well, obviously him dying bothered me, but one of the things that bothered me from the reaction of him dying is people who say, oh, now y'all are all Nipsey fans.
I hate that.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, I don't like
even
that.
if he wasn't a musician,
Right.
even if he didn't have an album that almost got a Grammy for rap album of the year,
Right.
clearly it's a great album. If it wasn't just like a great underground album.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of different people, us included, we talked about it on the podcast, heard this album, didn't know nothing about Nipsey before the album came out and was like, yo, this slaps. Like, this is great music. Hearing him in interviews, like, yo, he has a whole message that's just dope. His vibe is dope. You know what I mean? Like, cool. But even if he didn't have all that going on, just the fact of some person being killed at 33 years old in front of their business, who has a whole family, that's sad in itself. And I don't need to be a fan. I don't need to have ever heard one bar out his mouth. I don't have to have ever bought a shirt beforehand. If I want to buy a shirt now, if I want to listen to his music now, that's because I support his legacy, and that's just what it is. You can't shame people or make people feel bad for posting his picture and posting about him in this situation. Like, so if you're one of those people, just stop it. This isn't your time to get on your soapbox about some dumb shit that don't matter.
Exactly.
It's a loss of life at the end of the day.
At the end of the whole day.
And do you think Nipsey would not want somebody to listen to his music now because of that? Like, come on, don't do that. Don't do that.
It is super sad. I mean, I haven't listened to him, but I've seen things with him in it, and I keep telling myself, oh, listen to the album, whatever, you two talk about it. And just for me, like, not knowing his music, it to me, it looks different. It's like it's a loss of life, like point blank. Like, it's a person who was doing no wrong got killed. He was a father. He, I think one of the posts I saw was Lauren London, I think his other children's mother, have to explain to their kids that their father's not, and that hit me. It's like, forget the business, forget the message. It's a human being thing. Like, we as human beings have to care for each other. People are like, oh, it's the government, they don't want us to see it, and it's like, stop.
Stop with the conspiracy.
I'm sure, like, he has a family, he has kids. Do you think the kids want to hear the government killed your father? They don't,
Right.
So,
and even if, I hate people conspiracy theories, because even if your theory, let's say if it was true, your simple ass sitting in your living room is not to be the one to figure it out.
Exactly.
If the government really has a drawn out scheme for anything, ever, your simple ass ain't the one who's gonna all of a sudden figure it out by sitting in your couch.
Nope.
You can't even figure out what I ate for breakfast today. So stop it. With the conspiracy, like, black people kill me with the conspiracy theories. Just stop it. You just be talking out your neck.
It's just sad.
It's just
at
sad.
the very end of the day, first and foremost, it's sad. So rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Sorry, I don't think I said that right. Still,
God sees your heart.
God sees it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And hopefully, that I hate the fact that when people say, like, oh, maybe there's a message in his death, and I hate that, because I almost feel like you're saying the person had to die for the good to come out. I can't stand that, but we hope that there is some good that comes out of this. Whether it be that person who needed to listen to his music to pick up his message and carry that torch down the street a little further than he did, if that's what, like, I hate that it could be taken that way, but I also understand that, in death there's a positivity.
And I struggled with it in that same moment when I found out, and I was in the car, like, I was angry and also discouraged, like, because we've seen it, Freaky Ty, Pac, Big, Jam Master Jay. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? And I was hella discouraged, so I prayed on it. And one, you're reminded of your mortality, but also, we don't know how much time we have here. We're not guaranteed to live to 90. So everything Nip did in 33 years on this earth, the way that he's being remembered now by damn near everybody that I see on social media, people that I spoken to who listen to his music, it's impacting everybody the same.
Yeah.
So he, in his untimely passing, has impacted so many lives. So we got to remember to do everything that we can as soon as we can now.
Yeah, serves as a reminder.
Right, to leave your mark in a positive way.
Yeah, I remember we had Coach Cooley, PC's coach, came to speak at a work function once, and he's very motivational.
Yeah.
If you ever get to hear him speak, you just feel like, damn, I need to get up and do something. Anything, I gotta do something with my life.
Clean the house, yeah.
Something. But the one thing that stuck with me from that, and that meeting was years ago, he said, do you do something that causes somebody to say thank you to you every day? Because if you don't, something's wrong. And I was like, damn, that's just deep.
Wow.
Right? Right?
Wow.
Did you hear?
No, I'm like,
damn.
oops. Sorry, guys.
No, that's real.
You know what I mean? And I feel like Nipsey was one of the people that definitely have people telling him thank you on a regular. And, you know, there are some people like that who on a regular don't have to think about it, doing something for someone else, selfless. And even if you're not naturally selfless, just try not to be all about yourself all the time.
Right.
You don't have to go give the shirt off your back to somebody, but hold the door for somebody.
Exactly.
Say something nice to somebody. Something small.
Yeah.
Start small.
There's so much more to life than just being in your head.
Yes.
In your own. Yeah.
Man.
All right. Oof.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Nip, man. The marathon continues, yo. Let's do our part, man. For real.
All right.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this one's sitting with me like really different. It's gonna take a while. I can't even bring myself to listen to his music.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
It's
tough.
Besides Tidal playing it like on its radio,
Yeah.
which is how I kept hearing the new song. Like, this song sucks. Then I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
But I can't listen to Victory Lap, and I want to, and I keep every day. I'm like, I just can't.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while.
So kind of keeping with this little bit of a theme, this past weekend, we buried my uncle in Philadelphia.
Yeah, man. Condolences,
And,
brother.
thank you, I
Sorry about
appreciate
that.
it. And it was, again, it's like one of those things like, you know, we hate death and we hate that life is cut short and it's very limited. But at the same time, the positive, you know, it's the first time in a long time that my family's all been together, so all the cards and stuff like that. So it was good to reconnect with them, and, you know, we're all reconnecting and actually learning about the family, and that's all good and gravy. But the whole thing to the weekend, I was telling you guys, I'm not really good with funerals. Like, me and funerals don't mix.
Yeah.
I can say to this point in my life, I haven't lost anybody super close to me that I really felt it. Like, it's been like, oh, like, you know, my uncle, I knew him, I wasn't that close to him. You know, I wish I'd spent more time with him, but So, but being there for my dad was the perspective that I don't think I recognized until the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
You know, it was my dad's brother, so it's being there for him and being strong. And as men, I think there's a lot of things, you know, we were saying that men don't talk about, especially black men in our communities. So, you know, it was almost like, you know, I go to my dad, hey, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. But, you know, you can only say you're okay to a point. Yeah. So being there for him and like, you know, seeing him have his breakdowns and seeing him realize, you know, that's my brother and that's the last time I'm going to see him, So it prompted a conversation between me and him, which I thought was super powerful. And it makes me want to share the messages. Talk to your loved ones, talk to your family members, like, about death. Like I know part of me was scared to have that conversation, and you'd be surprised how much you get out of it. Yeah. You know, the whole perspective on the funeral and in death, like, it's sad, but there's like a way of looking at it, like, a positive light. So, and then I want to say that following Monday was the Nipsey Hussle, and I feel like somebody else just passed it. I saw it, and I was like, oh shoot. It's just our time on earth is limited, and that's the sad part. But there's always, like, the message and the torch that we carry lives beyond us. Yeah. So, sad, super sad.
Oof, heavy.
Lift my spirits.
Who?
Take me higher.
All right, let's get to the text messages.
Yeah.
Guys, we can't transition out of this one,
No.
listeners. I'm sorry.
We're not known for our transition.
Take this hard left with us.
Yeah. This exit right here.
Oh shit! We had a homework assignment. What were you going to say, Jen?
I
did.
wasn't gonna go straight into the homework assignment. I was gonna
what you
talk
got?
about something else.
Talk about something else, John.
So you know how I'm not into history. I've never have been. That was like my worst subject in school. I couldn't stand
Mine
history.
too.
It's usually like the smart, well, the people who are good with numbers and science
think
and
I
stuff.
was terrible
Fuck
with
a
that.
history.
Yeah.
History.
Yeah.
Anything that can't be explained with logic, I don't give a fuck about. So biology, there's no numbers involved. So even though I like science, I don't like biology.
Right.
I like physics. I like chemistry. Cool. History's the same way. But I have been lately, every now and then, randomly interested in Rhode Island history, as we know. Once again, Bridgham, first mayor of Providence.
Yeah, this girl.
This is gonna take a hard turn. Put your blink on, people.
Hold on.
We don't do blinkers here.
Hold on to the thing.
Next stop. And so I was in a whole deep thing yesterday after the comedy show, looking up Rhode Island history because that goes together. And did you know Chad Brown?
Okay. You already got me a Chad Brown. Go ahead.
Chad Brown is the same Brown that Brown University is named after.
No.
Get the motherfucker out of here. Hold on.
Wait. Chad Brown and Brown University
Same Brown.
are the one and the same.
Same Brown. And if you think about it, Chad Brown Projects is very close to Brown University.
So in that, I'm blown the fuck away. Oh,
I know you
listeners,
think a left.
So
listeners, sorry if you don't know. So you probably know what Brown University is. Very prestigious Ivy League school right here in our own Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island.
Very prestigious.
If you don't know about Chad Brown,
There's good reason why you don't. Your parents shielded you from that place.
Chad Brown's projects here in Providence, Rhode Island, and not too far from PC actually. But it's it's a lot happens in Chad.
Is Chad Brown Clowntown?
No.
Oh, it's different.
You know where Clowntown is.
I
Clowntown
kinda
is
do.
near
I feel like it's-
classical.
Yeah,
Chad
Chad
Brown.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Chad Brown's near like
Chad Brown's this whole. I make
Douglas
make
Ave.
a very good effort to
Not be over there?
Not be over there.
Fun
Just
fact.
avoid it.
What my
Did
first.
you lose your virginity in Chad Brown?
Shut.
Yeah, you seem like the type.
Bam.
Yo, go pick it up.
No, wait.
Go
time
pick it
out.
up. No, it was stolen in Chad Brown. You don't lose things in Chad Brown. They're taken from you in Chad Brown. I'm sorry to anybody who lives in Chad Brown. Please don't come after me. I live in Warwick. Stop it. Leave me alone. I'm not built for this.
You said my virginity was stolen?
It was stolen. Things don't get left in Chad Brown. They get stolen. You know this.
Shit, my chest hurts.
Yo, this guy's crazy, yo.
Don't come after me. I live in Warwick.
Right.
Anyways.
I'm not built for that Chad Brown life.
Fuck.
Yo,
One
Y'all
of my
wanted a turn.
Judd, Jesus Lord.
my earliest relationship in high school, freshman year, she lived
Chad?
on the other side though.
On the other side.
And I didn't know any better.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I didn't know any better, so I would ride my bike there
Ooh.
from where I lived off Chalkstone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's faster if I go through here.
No, it's not.
I got to her house and told her, she said, don't you ever, ever go through there again.
It's funny because you mentioned, so her house is historical.
Yes, it is.
So while I was digging,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about
so
that.
while I was digging in the archives,
Mm-hmm.
that also came up. That house belonged to Isaac Hopkins.
Get the...
I think I knew that. I feel like I knew
I
that.
knew it was a historical house, but I didn't know
Yeah.
exactly. And Isaac Hopkins was somebody I forgot.
Yeah, he has a
shit.
school.
But
Wait,
Chad
I'm
Brown-
still not over Chad Brown being the same person.
There's a problem with
I feel like I have
fund
to-
allocation.
Wait.
Now, I get that one thing, the purposes are different. But if it's the same name, you can't let Chad Brown be the way it is and Brown University be what it is.
I have to tell my wife this like right now. I'm gonna say her voice.
She gonna
though.
run down the
right,
stairs.
Right. Hey babe, did you know Chad Brown is the same Brown of Brown University? Like they're the same person? Did you know that?
Yo, that is
And
wild.
so Chad Brown was the second reverend of the First Baptist Church. You know, the one that's the First Baptist Church in America.
Yeah.
Right.
That's over there by Brown University. The first minister, Roger Williams. I was in a whole deep rabbit hole last night.
You were.
Are you fucking
I was-
shitting me?
I
So
was-
it was
drunk.
Roger Williams and then Chad Brown.
Yes.
Who does this when they're drunk, first of all?
This is like drunk history.
Yo, that would be a fun episode, Rhode Island episode.
Yo,
And so
there's more?
Chad Brown had a brother named John Brown and a son named John Brown, but I don't know which one was the John Brown house. John Brown, because John Brown house is over there in that same area.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yo,
Are
this
you
shit-
kidding me?
Yeah, I was in a whole. What else?
Yo.
Chad Brown is rolling in his grave right now.
Like, this bitch don't leave out her mouth.
right. Why should I go tell everybody that? I had made
Yo.
a good effort to not tell
Nah,
nobody.
Brown University guy, come on, man. You can't just leave a man's legacy like that in the projects. What the? What? Jen, where do you find these? Do you just Googles? You do your Googles?
Yeah, because you know how my mind just starts flickering around.
So it's like a wiki page for Chad Brown?
No, it's matter of fact, how did I get there?
You making shit up.
No. Nah, I'm gonna pull it up right now because it wasn't that hard yesterday.
Chad Brown.
That's crazy.
I think I had to put in Chad
That's
Brown.
no, Darren.
I feel like Brown University was like, let's just put Chad's name off to the side.
I know it probably was Chad Brown University at one point.
Let's just white out.
Yeah, it's a wiki page. So unless Wiki's lying to me.
Can you share that link, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you right now.
That wiki be legit. Oh, that is wild. And why are we learning shit like this in our elementary school?
Yeah.
You can tell me all about Roger Williams when you leave this part out.
Come on.
Good job.
Why
Jen.
do we stop there?
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
So now somebody got to go to the projects and preach to them and say,
No, not me.
Kings and queens, you're better than this.
Pow, pow, pow. Nah.
Y'all actually.
soon, too
First of all, Chad's
Too
not.
soon.
Yeah, that was wow.
Yeah, Darren, I didn't tell you. Come
I'm
on.
sorry. I apologize. I wasn't thinking. Too soon. Sorry.
First of all, Chad's not even bad like that no more, is it?
Or, probably not.
Yeah.
But it's,
They take, all projects start out kind of shaky.
Yeah.
And then they
but
calm
there's
down.
no gentrification in that
Not
vicinity.
yet. Not yet.
Down the street, yes. A little bit down the street.
No, down the street's worse.
No, no.
Where the actual houses are?
No. Like when you get towards where the highway intersection is, the
Hawkins?
where they just put the Taco Bell and all that stuff in that direction.
Douglas?
Yeah, that in the other direction in Douglas. They're trying to
Go towards State House?
Yeah. They're trying to creep little by little.
Yeah, because they put that little matter of fact, that building in front of the cemetery next to Chad Brown has like a coffee house or some shit.
They trying. They
Yeah,
trying.
they really did put that shit right there in front of the Chad Brown
PC's
cemetery.
right there. People gonna walk right past Chad and get a latte.
I used to hear the stories of the kids getting robbed walking down the street from BC.
Yeah.
One of the few intersections where 7-Eleven closes, but PC Mart stays open.
Come on. That don't make no damn sense.
Jen, thank you for that wonderful tidbit of information.
That is great.
It's amazing.
Jen, look at her.
She's like, just bow.
Queen shit.
Right.
Huh? Educating.
I mean,
Yeah, that shit's fire.
that's interesting, right?
Holy fuck.
I can't wait.
Another fun fact that everyone learned about yesterday. Y'all know who Steph Curry is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basketball player, probably the greatest shooter that we've ever seen.
See.
Wait.
Stop.
No.
Oh.
I was gonna make a joke earlier when we were talking about your virginity being taken.
Why she got double back on this?
I was
That's
gonna
what
call
she
you
does.
J. Cole. I was like, tell us your Chad Brown story, J. Cole. And I forgot, but I didn't want that joke to get lost in the shuffle, so I had to bring it back. Proceed. Steph Curry. Shoot the rock.
Oh, boy.
Shoot the J.
Anyways, one of the best three-point shooters.
I never did this before. I'm sorry. Okay, man. It was sorry. That was in my head too. Sorry.
Y'all wild, man.
Okay.
Yo, my Chad niggas, fuck these people up, man.
No.
What's it talking about?
Steph Curry.
Steph. Okay.
Shooter.
He holds the record for the most three-pointers made in a season. I think he's spot number 1 and 2.
Yeah, he broke my record.
Okay, Jen. I hate her today. Did you guys know?
For the person not really truly listening, they hear, oh, he broke my record. Like, oh, Jen was out there shooting in the gym? All right.
Did y'all know he had a vision problem?
What?
Darren squinted at me appropriately so. Yes, he has a vision problem that he just recently corrected by getting contact lenses.
Is that gonna fuck up his shot?
No, because I used to play I used to play ball in the streets and whatnot. And then when I went to CCRI for a couple of years, or for a year, I would play ball in between classes without my glasses on. So one day I was shooting around, and I said, let me leave my glasses on, because I was always worried about them breaking. And I said, shit, that's what the rim looks like? And I was making more shots.
Hi, Horace Grant.
Shut up, I didn't have the goggles. So I think, all right.
Because I said it the first time,
Darren didn't grab it.
and I said that didn't land right. Darren's laugh makes it so rewarding.
You know what? I already said what I had to say about Nipsey. I'm cool for the day. You know what I mean? Y'all just finish. Y'all just do your shit. That's cool. As if the whistle shit wasn't enough. Now you motherfuckers want to do this. All right.
Can we try whistling again?
Shut up.
Listen.
Shut up. And you know what? Now fuck that. I'm going to speak up because niggas out there acting like, okay, Like, oh, everybody can whistle.
Nobody said
Nah, yo,
Everybody
chill.
has the ability
Stop.
to whistle.
Let me talk.
All right,
Let me
bad.
talk.
Land.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I encountered, okay, in a week's time, people, several folks hiding in the shadows who can't whistle, okay, just like me. You know what I'm saying? And they feel ashamed because they can't step out. Because they're gonna be made fun of by the likes of y'all. It's a thing. Now everybody got a whistle.
Listen, first of all, I also encountered somebody who couldn't whistle.
Oh.
And we talked about it.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the conversation, he was whistling.
Cause you didn't teach me.
Because you wasn't being patient.
Nah, man.
It's all about the speed of the air coming out of your mouth.
You didn't say that last time.
Because you wasn't listening.
I tried.
Can I tell you? Stop! Don't say I tried. Can I tell you?
Did you hear it?
Can I tell you that clip? I listened to it the following morning, and I was like, "This is terrible." Like I was in tears again. Clarabo was in tears.
Fuck.
It is for anybody who just
good.
listens to us but may not watch us on YouTube. I urge you go to YouTube and watch it. It is 200 times funnier.
I've been meaning to do that. I haven't.
I did it like the other day, and I cried harder somehow.
Wow. Because I've also been listening to that like 5-minute portion over and over throughout the
It's
week.
difficult.
The 1-minute clip you did up for Instagram,
Was
first
great.
of all,
Beautiful.
applause to you. You're great at this,
Beautiful.
Bim.
Yes.
'Cause I don't know how I would have.
Yeah.
I laughed through the whole shit when I was editing.
But the part where I say, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't watch this, I don't remember what happened in that moment. I just know that it was important that I let everybody know you need
You
to
can
see it.
see us.
So I need to go back and watch it to find out why I said that.
I kid you not, Bim. I love you.
No, you don't.
You are my right hand man.
Shut up.
You
No, you don't. You
Yes,
don't care.
you are my rock. Not
You
your
are my
rock.
king.
Yes. Not your rock. I had to prepare myself to watch this thing. I walked out of work. There's like woods behind my job. I went into the woods.
Wow.
So I was not disturbed, or I didn't seem like a crazy man. I'm sure that made me look like
I was gonna say,
a
you're a black man in the woods.
just in the
behind
woods,
you to
like
work.
dying on the tree.
Fuck.
Yeah, but it was you did a great job.
You tried. After this episode's over, when everything's off, we'll attempt again. Because I have faith in you, Bim.
I'm
I do
leaving.
too.
You've learned how to do many
Yes.
things. You've learned
I'm
how
leaving.
to DJ.
Mm-hmm.
You're a great dad. You know what I mean? You can stooky with the best of them.
You can sticky with the best of them.
I have faith. You podcast. You know what I mean?
You're an editor.
You edit, nigga. You do whatever the hell it is you do for work. I don't know what you do for work. But whatever the fuck it is you do that well because they keep paying you. You keep going back.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You own property.
You own property. Nobody owns property like you.
Yo, this is the fakest encouragement I've ever seen in my fucking life. I swear, I'm done
Bim,
with y'all.
I love
And
you,
you're the
Bim.
best at getting sued.
You are,
Nobody gets sued like you get sued.
Bim, you are a beautiful black man, and I love you. You want a hug? Let's
away
hug it
I was
up.
actually going to ask you guys to hug.
Charlemagne.
Yeah, he said hug a black man today.
I'm not hugging you right
He
now. I'll
said-
hug you.
I'll
I'll hug
hug
you
you
another
later.
time. I'm not hugging you today.
He's, tomorrow's not promised. Y'all got to hug today.
She right though.
This is the message of the day.
I don't know if anybody's
Seize
gonna
the
roll-
day. Ladies and gentlemen, things are happening. Yes, that's how people hug. If you sit down and hug, it's sex. Oh, I love it. I love you both. You heard what I said though?
I heard what you said.
Okay. If you sit down and hug, it's sex. Yes. So yes, you must stand up.
Oh, whatever, man.
Huh.
Talk
Don't
about
you feel
something
better
else.
now?
No, talk about something else.
All right, fine. Back to
Fuck.
my list.
Oh, Christ.
Would you take down Queen Latifah?
Yeah. What, is that a real
Would
question?
you take her now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was single, of course.
All right. Would you take down Queen Latifah from House Party?
Yes. So let me tell you,
Yeah.
since I was a kid,
Well, okay.
I had hip hop crushes, female artists. So MC Light. In fact,
I was gonna say
fact.
MC Light next.
I was sad as a small boy listening to MC Light because I thought she was beautiful.
Are we small boys?
And I thought she was beautiful, and she could rhyme. But then she put out a song called Roughneck,
I was just talking about Roughneck Day.
She's too tough, huh?
and I'm like, why you
I'm
want
not-
that kind of guy?
I'm not a Roughneck.
I was like, why does she want that kind of guy? He wouldn't even be good to you. And I was really sad as a kid, like, damn, yo, I'm never gonna get MC Light because she only wants a Roughneck.
Have you seen a picture of her recently?
She looks great.
She's fucking beautiful.
No.
Yeah.
But I always was torn. I always thought her and Queen Latifah were lesbian. And
Really?
back then, you couldn't really say that.
Yeah.
So they're very ambiguous with it.
Yeah.
So some other song, Roughneck Today. I mean, if you listen to it now, it's like, it don't even sound like you really fuck with dudes.
Oh.
That sounds like you just rapping. You know what I mean? But then she got married to a dude like last year.
Yeah.
So
She likes guys.
so I think they both like
It's
guys.
Queen
but
Queen
not,
Latifah,
not,
I never really knew because there
I
was always
thought she- I
pictures and
thought-
speculation.
see what I'm
she
saying? How it's
wasn't.
mad vague.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
really have a solid answer one way, which is I don't care. But it's just amazing that
And
being,
Set It Off didn't help.
hello. It's just amazing how being in the industry for so long,
Yeah.
you've been an actress, you've been a rapper, you've been a cover girl, you've been all kinds of shit, and yet you keep your private life that level of private. You're good.
Well, if we didn't know about Stedman, we would
wouldn't
be
know about
curious
Oprah.
about Oprah too. We still are curious about Oprah. But
Yeah.
yes, Latifah, absolutely. House Party, all of that. I like them thick. And
I was gonna
she-
say
and she can
I
rap.
love tall, thick women. She's
Yeah.
a tall, thick woman.
Oh, yeah. How'd that come about?
I don't even know. You know how my mind works. Things happen.
Yeah,
Quickly.
Latifah, absolutely. Queen, huh? Queen. Hey. Sorry, I'm married.
Anybody else you got?
Not off the top, but I'm sure I'll think of somebody before the end of this episode.
I wouldn't take down Nikki.
Nah, I wouldn't if I was a dude.
No.
She looks boring as hell. Old plastic body. She looks like she's boring conversation.
Yeah.
And she looks like she's boring in bed.
Yeah, I don't feel like she's stimulating my mind. I was checked out. Yeah.
She doesn't stimulate anything.
No.
Would you do Cardi?
No, I don't think I would.
Cardi, I'm on the fence with.
I feel like I would.
Yeah.
I never saw her and was like, yeah. Nah, never.
So I guess to me, I feel like the way she moves,
Yeah.
the way she moves sometimes,
Yeah.
or most times,
Yeah.
is very sexy.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious into how she moves, but I'd probably be useless in bed as well with her.
Hold on, King. Don't doubt yourself.
I'd full doubt. Full doubt.
Come on, brother.
Sorry, Jen. I always like look at, like so like today, right? We were eating somewhere and it was two guys eating their food off to the side, and it was a nice young lady that walked in. She was very tall, pretty. She had a nice shape to her. So she walks. So I see this guy keep turning her head, looking at her, and I was like, it's funny. Whatever. Whatever. Look, brother. So she walks out, and when she walks around the corner, she ends up passing by the window where they're sitting. So he's like, looking to his friend, and they're both like, oof, like, So I'm like, you say all that, but like, what if she was like, let's go?
Would you be
Like,
ready?
would you be ready?
Turn up.
So I always think that's for myself. Like I look at a woman and I'm like, yo, and then she's like, let's go, and I'm like, well,
The way my body's
the way my body's set up,
No, but why is that? Do you think it's like performance anxiety? Like in the moment, like, oh, hell no, I can't. Or do you feel like, damn, I wouldn't even be able to last? Like
both those things you just said.
Challenge me.
Wow.
Challenge me.
Wow.
What up, though?
I want zero smoke.
Yo,
I already said you lost your virginity in chat. I don't want no more
he
problems.
didn't
today.
lose it. It was taken from him in Chad. Get it right.
I don't know how this turned to me being the butt jokes. But whatever. Oh, speaking of butter jokes, yesterday Jen and I went to see D.L. Hughley and Co. at the Comedy Connection.
Ow.
Funny show, man.
Hilarious.
Funny
Holy
show.
shit.
Jen, you were saying this earlier, but we seen, DL on Kings of Comedy and Comic View and all the other specials and whatnot that he has, TV show. But you never really know how funny somebody is until you see them live. And his bits were good, like his set, but I was more impressed with...
That shit at the end?
At the end, thank you.
Bruh.
Thank you. What he did, Darren, is kind of improv,
You know
right?
what he always does.
Yeah. He'd be like,
Just
hey,
roasting
brother.
people?
Ask him questions.
Ask some questions. So he would take that and then joke on that, ask the next person, and he would have callbacks to each person as he was going around the room. He would always bring it back to
The first people.
The first people. Always. And there's so much precision in that. No matter what the job title was, somebody said, nailed it. And he was always able to bring it back. Oh, so brilliant.
Even with the chick who got up, because one lady,
Oh, Jesus.
because he's asking different people, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? Are you guys married? Blah blah blah. So this one lady got antsy because he was asking everybody in the front. So she's like, "Oh, pick me, pick me!" She's yelling,
Standing in front of the stage.
"Pick me!" She stands up, comes to the front of the stage. So now they're like almost face to face because a Comedy Connection is very intimate. Security comes over to tap her to tell her to sit down. He's like, "No, she's fine."
Yep.
Talks to this lady, and now she and her husband became the butt of every other joke.
He redirected it. He started with a couple, and then because of her ass,
Brought it back, and then brought that joke back to the first couple.
yep. Wow. Oh, he bodied it.
It was like a half an hour of this shit, at
Yeah.
least.
Precision and funny.
Quick.
Wow. Oh, yeah. There are people who are like, just like talented at something, and they could work at the craft and get better. But there are people that are just fucking gifted.
Well, he's doing this for a long time. So,
Yeah, he is gifted, man.
Yeah.
He killed it.
Yeah, she was
killed it.
amazing.
good shit.
And his openers,
Oh boy,
Wow.
yeah. I wish I remember their names.
I know the first guy was Clint Coley, I want to say.
Oh wow, you nailed it.
Clint.
Oh,
You know him?
The angry guy. That
how you
really
know?
the one that I did the video. Oh, let me look it up to make sure.
Oh,
Well,
keep
while Darren's looking this up, because apparently Darren is a fan of this Clint Coley. Now I'm mad I didn't get the DVD for you.
Right?
He's kind of skinny with a beard, kind of like curly hair.
Nah.
No.
Like Clint.
I mean, he told us to pull our phones out to follow him on Instagram, so I didn't.
Yeah,
I did.
this fellow.
So I followed him. But then the second
here, right
guy,
here.
I didn't take my phone out fast enough.
Clint.
Yeah.
The
He got mad hype. He beat. Sorry.
Did he steal your virginity?
I had to get him back, Jen.
He got that. Yeah, he got that. The video I had everybody listen to about the being angry about
Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
That's him.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh shit! Now I'm really mad. I missed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
no.
I like Clint.
Yo, he was hilarious.
He's mad funny.
Yeah,
he
he
was
killed
like
it.
he was the host and he was the opener.
Yeah.
The second guy, I didn't get his name because he said to take our phones out too, but he was so funny I couldn't even
Yeah.
I couldn't even do it. Hilarious.
Nasty old man. I love it.
Oh,
Nasty.
man.
I love nasty humor. Nasty old man humor.
Yeah. Oh.
I love that.
That was Patrice O'Neal.
All right, Jen. I hate new Jen. I hate her.
So while you guys were watching all funny adult stuff, we took our girls to go see the Black Violin, which was a very, very, very dope
Cultural.
show. Two brothers, they I guess found a love for music, playing the violin. They ended up hanging out together, and they love playing violin, Bach, and classical music and all that stuff. And then they decided to merge it with hip hop music and R&B music, and they really love what they're doing. They said, let's take this shit on the road. And so they have this
Was that
tour.
at the Vets?
That was at the Vets. So there was a tour going on. They have the two of them that do the violin. They have a DJ.
Dope.
And then they have drums.
Wow.
And that's all they got.
Oof.
The
That's
four of them.
dope.
Yeah, it was so dope. It was dope to see the girls you want to expose your kid to things, and but there's that, this is boring. Like, I know I'm only here, as violin and classical music, but to see them get souped when the violins are playing along the Cardi B, it's like see them excited about it. So and also at the end of the day, these two brothers are just doing something they absolutely love and making money doing.
Right.
So it's
It's
very
always great to
empowering.
support that.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? We always talk about how Rhode Island and New England has so much going on, and if you sit here and say you're bored here, it's you.
It's you.
Yeah.
It's
Because
you. Yeah.
we went to a comedy show that was amazing. He went to the violin show that was amazing, and there was a third show in the
There was
area.
a-
DMX was out here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
that
shit.
was also happening the same
Yep,
night that
yep.
people that we went to that people that we know went to and posted and said that show was amazing. And that was a Wednesday.
It was
It
a
was a
Wednesday.
goddamn Wednesday.
Right.
a Wednesday in the beginning of April.
Right.
In boring ass Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Come on, get your ass outside.
Dope.
So I'm excited for the summer. Food Truck Friday starting earlier than ever this year.
I'm actually gonna join.
Yeah,
y'all.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna join y'all
Yeah.
this
Next
night.
Friday is the first one.
Maybe not this Friday.
No,
But-
you got all summer because normally
Okay.
it would start like Memorial Day weekend and go to September, but this year it started April 14th.
Ooh.
I am excited.
Yeah,
Last
we
year I
know.
didn't do it often, so this year I'm trying to get back in Food Truck Friday shape.
It's like some after work shit. Y'all go.
Yeah, it starts 5 to 8.
Ah man.
Or
I
5
wish I
to
had
8:30.
remember to do this today.
What's that?
After the concert, Clarabelle had this great idea for us to go to get dessert. Have you guys heard of this place, Insomnia Cookies?
Yes,
something
yeah.
like that?
Thayer Street.
Oh
Have you
yeah.
been?
Yeah, I started first time I went there was the one in Boston, and I said, "Shit, "This is dangerous."
I walked in, I was like, I couldn't even. Oh my god! Oh, you guys smell that?
We work here, sir.
Right,
Can we help you?
right. I was like, how do you guys work here?
It's stuck in our clothes every day when we go home.
Pretty much, they were like,
We
this
don't
is not- this is
care.
not- yeah, we don't care. I wanted to. I said to myself, come back today, get a batch of cookies for my friends. And then I'm only down to one car.
That would be
right
like
now, so
$60.
it's worth it, John.
I might actually go there after this. I forgot that they weren't there.
Ooh, and they deliver cookies.
They deliver?
Yeah.
That's come on now.
I'd
Yeah,
be
that's lazy.
so
Yeah,
No,
fat.
but that's brilliant. When I first heard that, I said
It
people
is
get high.
brilliant.
Yeah, shit has changed, right, Ben?
Yeah, I would order like
Re-
60
right.
cookies.
And you wouldn't even think about it till the next day. You're
At
like,
11:30, like, yo, I go for some cookies.
I don't feel like leaving the
I
house,
feel
though.
like, hey,
They
Yo.
probably got an app and everything.
Yo.
son.
You know, fire. The texture of the cookie, the array
That's
of
what he
flavors.
said.
And that was actually really
That
good.
was a good one.
Thank you.
That was really good.
You guys. Where's the spoon?
The texture of the cookie. That's splendid, my friend.
I got nothing else after that.
Next
Nailed
topic.
it.
Holy shit. Jen's on fire today.
Man.
Hey, Darren.
Yay.
No, I'm not going to do that.
No,
Do
do
it.
it.
All right, Darren.
It's going to get me in trouble.
What do you do if your spouse doesn't want to have sex?
I go to sleep.
Oh,
I go to sleep.
so you. Oh no. Okay. So
Okay, do I really want to do it?
what if you want to do it and yeah,
And she doesn't want to do it?
Mm-hmm. and not just in one instance, but it's like
Like a month
continuously?
goes by.
like continuously
Oh.
the spouse saying, "Hey, with the shits."
Wow, that's a loaded question.
That is a tough one.
Yeah, let's give it a time frame. Let's say for like a whole month straight, she's just like, nah,
Nah, son. Nah.
not today either.
Not
Make
tomorrow.
it two, because I can go a month.
Oh, so you need to like when
To
we're
where you're at your breaking point,
Yeah.
What is your breaking point?
2 months. I go like after 2 months.
All right, 2 months. All right, cool. So, yeah,
Yeah.
2 months of this.
So 2 months of this, and then we're rolling into the third month, and I'm still.
And this is
now I'm like,
and this is with
Hey.
like attempts, like hey,
Yeah,
you know,
hey.
and nothing.
Rub your back.
Yeah. Oh, back rubs that lead to nothing.
lotion your feet.
A back rub that leads to nothing is the devil's work.
Come on now. Come on now.
I've been there. So sorry, I was so. I was so just. So I'm gonna at some point I'm gonna say okay, we gotta have a conversation. Like I just want to make sure it's something I'm doing, it's something you doing.
And she's
Is
like,
it-
no, I
is
just
it
don't want to have
me?
sex.
Am I fat? I'm fat, but is that because you just don't want to do me anymore? Is
Yeah.
it that because?
And where she says, you know, no, I
She's
love
like,
you.
"No,
I'm just
not
don't
into
wanna
it.
have
I'd be
sex."
like, I just, all right, like.
Now at this point, you're like, yo, but I'm
gotta-
craving that
yeah,
thing.
Yeah, I miss you.
You don't offer alternatives, like so.
She not, so I
maybe-
can go beat off in the bathroom.
I need solution. If you won't do it, what can I do? How can I be fulfilled?
I don't know. Let's figure it out. Like, all right, well,
But
you
if,
just,
but what if it's not even a figured out thing? She's just like, nah, I just don't feel like doing it.
Oof.
There's nothing to talk about.
I'd
Like,
be like, well, then we got a problem. Cause
all right, so now we have a problem. So now what you do?
so all right, what's wrong? What's wrong with us? Is it a us thing? Is it a you
She
thing?
says nothing wrong. I just
Just,
don't
it's
want
just
to do
you. Like, okay, like, and then I guess I'm just like, I guess good night and just not talk about it, not bother anymore for it.
it. So now it's 4 months.
And now I'm just jerking off at work.
I hope nobody from your job listens.
I don't jerk off at work. Just so it's clear.
We're not at 4 months, guys. He's fine.
Oh shit!
No, honestly, I guess I don't know.
Oh, that shit
I
was
feel
hilarious.
like, I mean, so old Darren would have just
Found somebody
like,
else?
No,
Oh.
wow.
No, old Darren was never like that,
No.
and I'm not even being sarcastic. Old Darren wasn't like that.
I would
That's good
just
for you.
I would just flip the switch and just shut it off and just like stop the drive. That way, if I don't want it anymore, just either handle it myself or just like cut the drive off.
So you got to like destroy all feeling down there, just so you're not
yeah,
even.
just don't even
punch yourself
attempt,
in the
don't even
dick.
want it. Yeah, I guess that's what would have to happen.
And this is all hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
Because you're in a happy, healthy relationship. But like, say that becomes your life, a sexless
Sexless
marriage.
life. Yeah, that's like
Is
knowing
that
what I
grounds
know
for
now.
divorce? You
Is
think?
that grounds for divorce?
Hypothetical. It's all hypothetical.
Ooh. I don't think it's grounds for divorce, but it's grounds to go to therapy,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
couples therapy or something like that.
Facts.
Like I almost feel like, and I'm probably gonna get slaughtered by this. But
It's hypothetical.
I almost feel like if I were to step out and try to get somebody new, I can say like, well, I've been bugging you.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical, and I'm pretty sure that's not the correct thing. I'm not saying that's the right.
Right.
But
Now that's dangerous.
it's very
Yeah.
dangerous.
It's
'Cause
dangerous.
Now I'm just.
I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's dangerous because then somebody else would say, "Well, his threshold is 4 months to step out, not you."
Yeah, my
hypothetically,
threshold is 2
Yeah.
weeks.
My threshold is
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
Got
nigga,
it.
I was at work.
Got it. No, I understand.
I was.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I asked for it Wednesday and today's Friday, and here we are. You
So
know?
I guess the conversation of like, okay, so what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, I miss you, I want you.
I'm dying over here. Yeah.
What do I do?
Damn,
To this
Jim.
day.
To this day.
Jen, from a female's perspective or a woman's
It doesn't happen to
perspective.
women like that.
Oh,
Because guys always want to have sex.
True.
that's false.
I mean, they don't always want, but no.
No, but
the idea of a man going 4 months and telling a woman, "Nah, I don't want to
Nah,
fuck you
almost
for
that.
4 months,"
Well,
that's a
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Nah, you're right.
At that
Okay.
point, you have to. I would personally, if you're asking what I would do,
Yeah.
if I was with a guy 4 months past and he was like, "Nah, I don't feel like," I would assume he was with somebody else.
And then say you follow them, GPS track, all that shit, and there's no.
First of all, I'm not the type to follow and do all the work. I'm just going to make the assumption. That's it.
just jumped off the ledge and leap to that conclusion.
Shoot your shot.
And then you're assuming that
Are
he's
you all
with someone
done?
else.
Are you
so
done with the
it's a
relationship?
wrap. Because then it's
Well, marriage
arguments
is
now.
different than a relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
So if it's marriage, I'm not done that quickly. If it's just somebody I'm dealing with or a relationship, I'll probably just stop talking to you.
So even though y'all are hanging out still and all that, just no sex, you would stop it.
If we're hanging out and we still are like intimate and like emotionally,
Yeah.
but we're just having sex, that's different.
Okay.
But I don't see how that could happen.
Mm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're hanging out with the person, going on dates with them,
Everything's going well.
talking
And
to them
sex is almost natural at that point.
at that point. Because to me, sex is an extension of your emotions.
Okay, now.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So the more I'm into somebody, the more I want to always be touching them, be with them, cuddling.
Darren,
you
you
know?
alright?
Yeah, I just thought of something. I'll get to it.
Oh, God. I'm nervous.
Yeah, you should be very nervous.
The more I'm with you, the more I want to, hug you and just
Yeah,
I'm
touch you
I'm
and-
that clingy
Yeah.
girl.
Mm.
I just want to stroke your face and
Yeah.
do all kinds of weirdo things.
Yeah.
So that, wow.
So I'm going to offer back rubs, at least at the very beginning of this drought.
God bless.
You need a back rub? Oh, you must be stressed out. I know work can be kind of tough.
Back rubs are good.
And then do the reach around. Yeah.
I don't. The reach around can happen, but I think with guys, before the reach around can happen, the guy will turn around and be like, "Oh, you want to massage my chest?" Nobody does chest massages, you maniac.
What do you mean?
That's not a thing.
This guy definitely said you want to massage my chest. He's definitely
He's
used that
definitely
line.
done that. That's a whole
Chest
thing.
been real tight lately. I did a lot of push-ups.
My sternum. You want,
My sternum.
want to get to my sternum,
My
baby?
sternum's tight.
My
Yo,
rib
this-
cage. My rib
Just
muscles
rub
are
right
tight.
here, baby. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good
now
there.
go lower. My stomach muscles.
And then do something poking her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a mind of his own. So I can't help it.
Can you rub that muscle? It's a little tight.
No comment.
What do you do, brother? What
So
what
that's-
do you
Oh,
do?
I wasn't expecting to be asked this. I just wanted
You
to
asked.
know.
You asked it.
So?
So
is
we're
what-
asking you.
I couldn't. No. So which
So what'd
which
you
one
do?
are you asking me? If
So
I-
I'm asking you if you're married.
Uh-huh.
4 months goes by. Your wife has neglected sex for
4
4
months
months.
is not my threshold. This is gonna be a problem if it's like
If you get the 4 months?
2. I say 2. Month
Okay.
and a half to 2.
So we're at 2 months.
And this is with me trying.
with you trying,
Yeah,
being
no.
being sweet, doing nice things, making her dinner.
Look, it's conversation. I'm gonna try. Like, hey, what's going on? Especially if like we're actually hanging out and vibing.
Yeah.
Then that's weird.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So if we're vibing, I'm like, hey, let's talk to me. Look me in the face. What is going on?
I don't want to look you in the face. That's
Look
weird.
at my face. What is up? And if it's just, I'm just not into it. Look, I'm having, and that's when you can have an honest conversation with your spouse. I'm hurting. My body literally hurts. I need to do this. If you can't, I'm going. Obviously
Wow.
not. Now here,
Wow.
here,
I wouldn't announce it.
no, because sometimes you need to shake. You know, you tap the lotion upside down and you get the rest out and shit. You gotta empty your clip
gotta put your-
to figure out. What you take the stick from the pump and you swirl it around there and then you.
And then sometimes the Africans just get real deep. They just cut that bitch
Cut
in
that
half.
right.
And just get all of that out.
Yeah.
Proud moment. My son, off topic, had like 4 bottles of empty lotion on his dresser, and his mom was yelling, "Where you have? There's still some in there." I hugged him so hard. Anyways, so I'd say, not serious, but like, look, do you want me to just go out and have sex with somebody else just to get over with this?
Obviously, the answer can be no.
And then if it's no, so what do you want me to do?
Sit your ass down.
Eh?
I'm giving you a real hypothetical.
And that would be my
Now what?
reply. Eh?
Oh, we small boys.
Am I a small boy to just be holding my destiny inside? I cannot do it.
You don't massage my sternum or nothing.
Ooh.
like this.
Oh, I can't.
Hold
no.
in my distance.
No. So that's rough, man. I could not. It's a serious conversation. Now
The conversation's ended.
Now, I'm like, I'm leaving. This is where you pump fake like a motherfucker to try.
And she
Okay,
says,
I'm gonna go.
She's
try
like,
it.
go.
I'm like, but why won't you do it then? I think I would cry. I'm not even gonna lie.
You cry over some no sex, no ass.
Darren,
4 months?
4 months?
I don't know that I would cry.
And
over
you
no
love
sex.
your wife. You're like, I just want to have sex with you.
Because it's different if you're going 4 months and you're just not with anybody. That's not a big deal.
Right.
But if you're with somebody for
But
4
yeah,
months
you-
and just
yeah.
no intimacy,
And you
that's
want
weird.
to. You feel like, oh my God, you're beautiful.
I love you so much.
Oh my God. All that shit. And I would cry. I think I'd end up crying.
I mean, there.
Unless you really want to
I
have sex
guess
with
so.
this little bitch.
The part in my head is like, okay, there's a reason and she's just not telling me.
That's my hope.
Yeah.
And
So,
that's why I
There's
said I would just
something-
make the
either she's
assumption.
depressed or she got something more going on that I'm not aware about. And she's not telling me.
Okay, depression's a good that's a different that's a different turn, because here Bim and I are giving the angle of something's wrong with me and you.
Us, yeah,
Well, maybe there's just something wrong with you.
yeah, that you're not saying. So
That's-
that's what I was saying. Maybe, and I probably would think that at month 5 after complaining all of month 4 about how I'm not getting anything.
You know, we're half a year in almost at this
Yeah.
point.
Christ.
Right.
We're going from Christmas to fucking.
So especially if everything was fine before and it just stopped, then at some point you got to kind of step back and go like, okay, this is obviously bigger than us.
Yeah.
This is you. Something's not right with you. So like, what is it? Like,
Okay, so I'm gonna be the girl. Somebody say the thing.
Darren, you said it.
say what?
Say the thing you just said. So there's something wrong with you.
Is something wrong? Like, what's wrong?
Yes,
What's wrong? Tell me.
I don't like having sex with you.
Oh.
You're not good at it.
Oh. you know, man? If you are in a good relationship and you love your partner, you will swallow your pride and say, okay, let's work on it.
After being shocked and appalled and crying again.
You will go cry somewhere after this conversation. You will drive to work and replay what she said to you about how you're just not good. She don't like the fact that you breathe so hard in her ear. She don't like that shit. Right?
That sounded personal.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys could handle that if somebody said,
I think
hey,
I
look,
could.
you're just not good at it?
I think I could. I
Yeah?
think I could.
Jen?
I would see that as a challenge.
And like they mean it. Like, hey, look,
Like, you're just not good.
like to the point where I can't even get it up anymore.
Like you just, because for a female, the equivalent to that would be, you just don't look good anymore. You gained a little. You gained
are
a little
so
weight.
correct.
Right.
Because a woman will just immediately say, okay, what can I do better? But you can't
But if you tell a woman,
Like,
oh,
you
you
don't
kind
really
of gained
do it
about
for me
50
anymore.
pounds.
Yeah. Whew.
Or your titties are not sitting the way they used to.
You're going to get mad shit.
You're gonna
get-
first of all, you're gonna get shot.
Yo. I had a
just-
baby for you. I had a baby. You think I look good? You don't think I feel that?
Now you're dead.
No, you're dead. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
There's no
Yeah, there's no
gradual
yeah,
anything.
Men
That's-
don't.
You're dead.
Yeah, don't say that.
That's rough.
So somebody just said to me, "Well, you just don't look good no more." Holy shit.
Damn. Oof.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'd be willing to work on my. I personally, I mean, I'm only speaking for myself. I see that as a challenge. Like, all right, I want you to enjoy sex as much as I enjoy sex. So
I know me. I'm petty.
So you would hold on to that.
I think
Even though
I-
they were being honest with you, you'd still be petty.
it's hurtful, man.
I'm not saying I would do any well with this. I'd be depressed. You on call?
No,
Oh,
it's my second floor person.
oh
Oh.
boy.
I would be petty in this way, as follows: ergo, comma, etc. I'd be like, "Oh, because I gained 50 pounds, you're not interested in me. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to lose this 50 pounds, and then I'm going to
Give
leave you."
Nothing.
Oh, Jen.
No, that's women.
Petty. I can be honest.
all right.
I am petty. I beg. You did not have to say it like that to me, and now we are in war.
There are ways.
So if he said it in a better way.
Yes.
how can you say I'm not attracted to you in a better way?
I'm just not really attracted to
Ugh.
you. But don't say,
You don't look good no more.
well, you gain all that weight out here and it didn't land in good places.
So if it was more something like,
Let's go to the gym together.
right.
Let's work on this.
Yeah. Well, that is rough.
Like he doesn't even have to say it because we've had 5 months.
Yeah.
So maybe at month 1 we start walking together.
Yeah.
We start doing. I don't know what gym people do. I don't know how people work out. Whatever the
Change
fuck.
the diet. And,
Like,
and
you're
different
right.
things like
Don't
that,
keep
yeah.
bringing me French fries and fucking pizza,
You're an enabler. at
and then
that point.
complain that I gained 50 pounds.
That's true.
You asshole.
That is true.
That's true. Actually, I knew somebody like that who, I won't put his name out there
don't,
like
please.
that, but
Yeah, this is
we don't talk to
sensitive.
him. Like he wasn't that close to us.
That doesn't matter.
But we would like sit around. We would be looking at women and be like, "Yo, her," you know. And most of us were like in women with shape, with like body. And he was like, "Nah, I like you know non-curvy women, whatever."
Okay.
And then he was like, "Whoever I marry, after she has kids, she better go right back to her shape because I don't want big women." And I was like, "You finna be by yourself for a while, my
Facts.
friend." Because I mean, I
Yeah, that's wild.
right.
Or have an unhappy woman trying to please your
Right, please
vain
you
ass.
for what?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
rough.
I would definitely. Would you, if your partner,
what I want.
if you're look, he's all mad already.
What I
feel
want.
like I feel like he got that Ike face.
What I want.
Your partner tells you like, you're not doing it for me. Like I'm not turned on by your sexiness anymore.
With tears in my eyes, what can I change? What can I do better?
What can I do better?
I would try because I've been trying to lay with you, and clearly something's off. I'm not who I used to be.
Yeah.
You know, when you were into me.
Yeah.
I will try. Please.
It's very big.
In the
of
name of Jesus, tell me. I will work on it.
Tell me what
Bless
you
the
want.
Lord. Hey, you even got the bounce.
Tell
Hey,
me what you need.
Hey.
Tell me that ain't good enough for you, babe.
Young people, that's Drew Hill.
Tell me.
So you know how my mind works. It takes mad turns for no reason.
There we go.
Where are we in your mind right now?
Tell me, Drew Hill,
Uh-huh.
Cisco
Yep.
was once on Wife Swap.
Okay.
I was on Instagram.
I love that she gave us the path.
Thank
though.
you
I was on Instagram today. A sponsored ad came on.
for that. The
Wife
show's
Swap.
coming back.
It's coming back tonight.
Darren, why'd you know that?
I saw the ad.
He saw the ad, probably.
I was a fan of that show.
I was a fan too, and I said they done brought the show back.
I kept thinking like, if I were to do this show at the time, who I was married to, I was like, I would enjoy the show. You know, and I kept asking myself like, do they really have sex? Like, could you meet some?
That
I
never
bet
happened.
You
Oh.
could. I'm sure you could.
Well, you could what?
But like, no, listen. I'm saying, I'm sure you could meet somebody and 3 days later be fucking. But on Wife Swap, like, could you? Like, I don't think I could share the bed with somebody.
Do they share the bed?
Yeah, I think I feel like they
Like
did.
on the
No,
Chappelle,
sir.
like the Chappelle show version,
did,
he was
yeah.
he was smashing.
Yeah. But come on now. Y'all, I never saw the show. They don't
So
share
I
bed.
used to be addicted to the show. I love the show.
Titty residue kills me every time. But yeah, I kept, I could do it. But I just was like, could you switch
Would you?
wives? Would you? And then have that woman in your bed?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Nope.
I
No,
wouldn't
no
be able to
wise
sleep.
man would. No.
I would love to do a local wife swap, like two local people swapping wives. How great would that be?
It's
like,
never. It's not like people from the same area.
No, it's like wife swap would be like some chick from
Yeah,
Chicago and
yeah.
some body from
New
Florida.
York or something
So their
like that.
lifestyles are completely different.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You want to see like two Chad houses swap?
Like a clown town and a Chad wife. I mean, they might be common law.
yeah. I mean, it's close enough. Yeah,
It wouldn't be wife, it would be common law.
It's close enough.
Shit.
It's fine. Same. Potato.
Because
potato.
that's how the hood works.
Word.
I don't know too many people who are actually married.
Nah.
I know a lot of people who got wives and husbands. I don't know too many people who are actually married. I mean, and it don't have to be like a project thing. I mean, just in general in our culture.
Listeners, if you want to do wife swap, hit us up.
Who's swapping?
No, not me.
You the only married one here.
No. Nobody swapped my wife. I will only deny her sex, not you. If we have like 4 people that want to do it, then we could join them up and make them swap wives.
I think it would be easier, Darren, because you always want to throw shit out
I
there
do.
on the microphone.
Yep.
It would be easier to send 2 people's wives on dates with the other husband.
Dates, go.
And like not dates.
Dates what?
Who says dates? like not for real. Like imagine a guy and a husband. I mean a guy and a husband. Guy and a wife. And they all 4 go to the same restaurant. but they sit at tables with each other's spouses.
That's
Okay.
easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not bad.
And what would be the purpose of this?
Just to
one?
enjoy a night with somebody else and see.
You see my eyes? Enjoy what?
You can't put him in the same restaurant because this guy wouldn't even
I
pay
go to the
attention.
bathroom 16 times.
Be looking.
And what did he? Oh, you laughing? Oh, he is funny.
How many glasses of wine? Huh? What?
Oh, he's funny now.
Yo, Ben, we just gonna. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
And then you see the guy laughing. Oh, you a comedian? You a comedian, woman?
That ride home would be stressful as
You wouldn't
fuck.
ride home with her.
What you mean? Oh, he got to drop her off in my house? Hey,
did you ever
You're just causing trouble. This one.
Imagine how fun that would be.
Did you ever?
We get the best ratings ever because we have to do the. Oh my god! And then we could do the play-by-play like we be watching with a camera.
Oh, that'd be fire.
Oh my god, that'd be a great episode.
We
I
could
think I
be
just
on
came up with a great reality
That's a
TV
great
show.
show.
That's kind of tight.
There's another show. It's not. It's kind. I feel like it's kind of like that, but much worse.
Oh, the house one, Trading Spaces.
No. The one where they so like in my head is like so my family, like me, Clara, but we go on vacation. Valerie and David, they go on vacation.
Wow.
We end up, me and Valerie end up like together, and somehow like
And for
nobody else is
listeners,
around.
Valerie's his ex-wife.
Yes, and it's like so like Clarabelle and David are like watching us interact to see if something would happen.
Ooh.
You never seen that show?
Y'all so messy. Why y'all like TV like this?
Why wouldn't you?
Yo, I am so.
Darren's definitely messy.
Speaking of messy, let me tell you the messy shit that I overheard. That baby stopped
Here
my
you
whole
go.
car.
He's
He's
like, girl.
yo,
He's the one
yo,
who hears some mess happening. He stopped
yo,
chewing.
yo, me all day, yo. Yo, I tell you, I was coming back from a site, right? All right, boom.
I so boom, yes.
So I'm coming back from the site and I'm about to pull into my job and there's a car kind of blocking the entrance, right? So I see the car is kind of moving slow and I'm like, come on, move. And I hear like, no. So I'm like, what? So they move just enough for me to get in. I turn and I can see there's a man standing on the sidewalk yelling into the car, right? So I'm like, let me put my window down real quick, right? So as I put it down, I hear, I stay with your fucking family. And I'm like, okay, right?
Oh.
So I went in the parking lot, made a quick turn, and then parked here, right here, and then we're like over here. So I'm like just listening, right? He is in. Can you, like the woman in the car? Can you just get in the car, please? No, I put up with your family.
Ooh.
I do everything for you, and you still fucking la la la. And I couldn't understand, so I'm like, what did he say? So yo, I was like, I was about to put my hazards on and like trail behind them or
I
something.
put my hazards
Right.
on. Holy
And she's
shit.
like, get in the car, Jim. Get in. No. So I'm like, yo, how mad? Only a woman can make you that mad that you get out of your car and refuse to drive along down the street. Bim,
Facts.
right. Right. But
Look at Jen.
so right, so I'm sitting there now. I'm so excited. I said,
I'm so
I'm so excited because it's best. If I had saw his license plate, I would definitely looked it up. So I sent a voice note. I'm so fucking messy. I'm so fucking nosy. Like I'm so nosy. So I sent Clarabelle a voice note. And I'm like, yo, shit. I just saw. I explained the whole thing to her. She's like, why are you like this? Like,
Yes.
why are you like this? So then we get into the argument. Not an argument, but like. She's like, yo, would you? No, I said to her, if you got out of my car, like you got out the car and you were like, I'm not getting back in the car. If I were to take off on you,
Nope.
would that be wrong? And she was like, you better not take off on me.
See?
And I was like, if you said you not getting back in the car, I'm going to take off.
Then y'all
Listen,
both just standing
The
there.
same rule of thumb from last week applies to this situation. Drive to Providence Place Mall, come back around,
That's why it's
pick her ass up, go home in silence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't just go home
in silence.
because nobody's gonna talk in the car.
Right.
But you're gonna pull back up. She's gonna have that face like,
Yeah.
nigga,
better
better
I
have came
came
back. Right. You already know how this works.
But you know what? If it was reversed and we got out the whip and we're like, no, I'm not getting it, and she left, our dumbasses would walk home. And
Be
she
mad.
would be mad. One, so you just out there walking like an idiot. You ain't want to
Yeah.
get in the goddamn car. We would have no leg to stand on. We are dumb.
Because my thing is, if you're gonna walk, you better walk somewhere else.
God forbid.
Oof. Don't go
walk,
home.
Don't walk and then come here, because then you just prolong. You just did that to you. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face.
But you go somewhere else, there's more trouble because
I
you take
know.
forever.
That's what I'm saying. So just get in the car.
feel
You
like
know you're gonna
I
come.
don't want to.
You're coming home. Sit
like
in the
this
back
boy-
seat if you got to. I'm your Uber driver, whatever. But if you're gonna not get in the car to prove a point, then you can't come home because your point is negated.
But he was angry. Jim was angry. What is
Get in
it?
the back
Jim.
seat, Jim.
I feel like there's like more trouble if like I was like, yo, Ben brought me home. Yeah.
Better call Tyrone.
Nope, don't call me. I can't be in
I'll
it.
call you. I've called you before.
That was before, because now that I'm engaged, it's like, oh, Ben, then I'm bad.
God,
yeah,
God,
then I
God.
got to deal with something.
Got it.
Yeah, no, don't call me.
Yeah, you gotta sit in the back seat. Sit in the middle though. Put that middle.
The
The
middle.
middle seat.
And just sit there like this
Yeah.
in the rearview
So
I
mirror.
don't
I see
want.
you.
I don't want to touch no part of your car, B.
I'm just here.
Mm-mm.
So I don't get fined. Question.
Ask away.
I saw this on Instagram the
This is
other day.
great.
I had a lot in my notes. This
Yeah,
week.
there was a lot.
You lost your mom's $300.
Okay.
She beat your ass.
Mhm.
Then your daddy beat your ass.
Okay.
Then you go in your room and find the money on your bed. Do you give the money back?
Nope.
How old am I?
Oh, when I was to get your ass beat by both your parents?
So I'm 29. Got it. Nah, if I'm 12, stupid Darren will give it back. If I'm like
The guy
16,
calling jukebox.
yeah, yeah. If I'm like 16, I'm giving it. I'm keeping it.
You already got two beatings for it. Fuck it, I earned this money.
Yeah.
And they already think it's gone. They've accepted the fact that it was gone and
Yeah,
because it's not like you
translated
can-
that
you can-
energy
Anger.
into
If I
a
said, "No,
whooping.
here it is," and they're like, "Oh,
Now we gotta beat
I already
you
got
again.
beat." Yeah.
Because you got them to the point
How
of
is
that
that?
anger.
Why are foreign parents like this?
Then they would definitely beat you again for
Yeah.
giving the money back.
Right.
So
They'll
you
call
had that money
stupid.
and you still didn't, and you don't know nothing, and you irresponsible.
They would assume, so you're stealing from
are
me.
stealing.
You want to steal from me.
Hey, Jesus.
Then you're
Now
in
you
more trouble.
now you're calling aunties.
I wasn't trying to steal.
They're on the phone.
I just didn't know where it was.
They're on WhatsApp. They're on WhatsApp. Sending messages to motherfuckers in Nigeria and Ghana and wherever in Dominican Republic. Sending messages to people.
Nah.
And then he tried to fight me. No, I was shielding my face.
Right.
I did not want more hitting.
So you want to fight me? No.
Are you my age mate?
You hit me in the head with the buckle of the belt. No, I want to fight you. I'm trying not to have brain damage. I'm putting my hands on my head.
I'm a big part. I'm just trying to live.
I was trying to live. You want to fight me? No.
So you are my age now. You can go. So you have job. You can go.
Shit. I'm glad that's a shared experience, man.
I mean, I didn't get beatings like that.
Oh, you ass. You watch your brothers go through this.
No. But I mean, I was more threatened. I'm a big baby. All you gotta do is threaten me. You don't gotta have to
start
actually put my
crying.
hands. Yeah. Don't put your hands on me.
Now we got some beatings, man. Ooh, we got some beatings.
Nah.
And we definitely got the so you want to fight me? No, I do not,
Now she's on the
Mom.
phone with all her sisters and friends and the ladies from church.
And then you're getting threatened. The
Everybody-
threats. You're going
everybody's
to
in the
Nigeria.
story.
I'm sending you to Nigeria. Oh my God.
I don't want to go there. I don't know anyone there. There's no school of that I go
Yep.
to there. My school's here. All my friends are here. I love B lunch. Don't tell me.
I love B lunch. 10.
B lunch was a favorite because C lunch now you had to wait mad long. You got hungry. If you had gym and C lunch,
Yeah.
A lunch was too early because you eating at like 10:45 in the fucking morning.
Mad early.
It's really brunch. They should call it that. They should call it brunch, B lunch, and supper.
So,
Such a beautiful mind you have. I watched it unfold.
you see it.
Unfold like titties.
Oh, okay.
So I read something pretty interesting today on Reddit because I love Reddit.
How does Reddit operate? I
have
went
no
on there
idea what it
once
is.
and I was like, I don't know what to do here.
So pretty much, it's like a forum. It's a forum site. So they have all these different like subcategories that you can subscribe to.
Yeah.
And people just post up different things.
So you be on porn?
So no, there's really no porn there.
Aww.
Why are you on
know.
there then?
So mad
Because
disappointed.
it's very interesting.
He's like, I went on there looking for porn.
I
but
went on
ended
there
up liking
looking
the
for porn
site.
and there was no titties. So,
But I was like,
but
I
it was
kinda
good
like it.
conversation.
I was like, all right,
Right,
fine.
dig it.
I can do this. So one of them.
Like a brothel. with no sex.
So one of them, one of the subreddit categories is called TIFU. Today I fucked up.
Oh, okay,
Right?
okay.
Well, people recount situations that they've been in where they really fucked up. So the one I read today was like hilarious, and I'll try to get through it quickly. This guy has a girlfriend. They got together. They've been together for 2 years. Before they got together, the girl was an amateur. No, she was a porn person. She just did like solo porn stuff.
Oh, okay. So she
cool.
played with herself and shit. And people watch. Okay. Cam girl or
Yeah,
some shit.
something like that. So after they got together, they realized they were comfortable with it, and so now they do amateur porn together. Cool. That's whatever you like to do. I found porn, I guess, on Reddit.
See? Come on, man. Come on, Kai.
So
We always believe in you guys.
so he also wants to do film editing and directing, so that he edits his own films, and he also edits videos for YouTube people.
So
Okay,
he's
cool.
the BIM of the couple.
He is the BIM of
What is
the
this
couple.
shit? Continue,
Yeah,
Darren.
cool. So the girl's parents are coming into town. They've met a couple times, but he gets the vibe parents don't like him. So, but they don't know. Nobody knows this side of them. So
But they probably get
so
that
they
vibe.
think,
He's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, parents come, everybody's chilling, having a good time. Dad says, "Hey, can I use your computer?"
Oh, boy.
Guy completely, I guess, forgets what he was doing on the computer. Of course, again, he's editing. So now he's excited to show the dad that, I have this big ass monitor and I have a sound system, and the dad likes sound systems, so they're talking about it. He's excited. We're finally connecting, father. And he goes, "Oh, I need to check my email." He's like, "Oh, yeah, cool." And he opens the computer or turns on the computer, and boom, porn.
Oh.
Not just porn.
Porn with your daughter.
Porn with your daughter. The way he describes it is, the father sees his only daughter, love of his eye, or whatever, and
Love
Love
of
of
his
his
eye.
life.
that too,
Or
yeah.
apple of his eye.
Yeah,
Yes.
said found his daughter sitting on a dildo with him coming on her face, right?
Sir.
Wow. Now, no pictures, no videos of this. This is just, I'm reading this. So I'm in the waiting room. I'm like, whoa, right? Wow, whoa.
Messy Darren's like,
So-
ooh, girl.
girl. So he then says he sees this and he's like, "Oh, fuck," and tries to shut off the screen. The screen goes dark, but the audio's still playing through the speakers. So you hear about another good 7 seconds of the moaning and stuff. So the mother's in the other room with the daughter, hears all this. The father like, "Oh, I gotta take this phone call." Runs out the house with the mother. The mother comes back. "Hey, your father's not feeling good. He didn't want to. He thinks it might be contagious, so we're gonna check it in a hotel." They don't talk for like 6 months, right? So that was just today a fucked up story. So I'm reading this. I'm like, shit. So of course I tell my wife, and we get to talking about it. And we have kids, two boys, 2 girls, and you have a boy. I know you don't have any kids yet, but you can imagine. So what I asked her, in serious, not serious, but like sick Darren mind, which is worse? Which is worse for you to accept? Your daughter getting cum on her face, or your son coming on a woman's face?
We know the answer to that.
It was definitely your daughter
Yeah,
getting
come
came
on now. Yeah.
That's not the answer she said.
Who's she?
Clara.
Because she's the mom.
So you say it's the daughter.
If I had a daughter,
Yes.
oh Lord have mercy, I don't even want to say this out loud.
Yeah.
And I seen that happening.
You've not even seen it. It's just the idea of it. Then somebody says,
No,
"Hey,
no.
these 2 situations are
No.
happening. Which one is worse for you to accept?"
The daughter.
The daughter.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Duh, right?
Absolutely.
I think it's the daughter too. Right?
Because no matter what, she's the recipient of what's
Right.
happening.
What Clairvaux said, and I had to think about this. I was like, he has a very good way of looking at this. He said, the girl, the daughter, I'm kind of okay with because she did it for love in her sick mind. But the guy, he just did it because he's fucking nasty.
No, it's out of love too. He's doing it to his wife, and she enjoys it.
Do you really think us as guys are like, because I love you so much, mwah?
What I think as a guy is, if there's something that my lady wants me to do in the sexual realm, turn up. I'll do it for you.
Out of love. I will bite this bullet. I really don't want to come on your face, but because you want me to, here I go.
I'm not gonna get deep and get
That's
details on
fine. That's
anything
fine.
right now.
That's
What I'm
fine.
gonna say is,
That's fine.
what I'm gonna say is, I would hope everything is consensual, right? That they're filming,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I hope that he wouldn't do something she didn't enjoy.
True.
So if she's enjoying that,
But I'm under the assumption that they both enjoy it. So
Right.
that's, the question is not if it's being enjoyed.
It's who
The question
I
is
which is harder
for you as a parent to accept. They're both enjoying it.
I
They did
don't-
it. They filmed it. They both
mean,
agreed to it.
I would
for me, the daughter would be harder for me to accept.
I
'Cause
feel,
she
but I
has
feel
it.
like I would look at my son like you're nasty.
Yeah, you would.
As a guy, I understand it. Not that I'm out here coming on people's faces or my wife's face. I'm just saying, as a guy, as a parent, like I'm looking at my son like,
Sir, I see a 4-month hiatus in your future.
Hey man, look. If I have a daughter, that might destroy me a little bit.
I completely
lot of
understand. I have two of them.
Yeah. If it's my son, and he's a grown man, doing my,
Because there's that double standard.
there's the double standard. Because I, as a guy, I can relate to his sexual experience, right, to a certain extent. So I get it, right. So it's like, hey, look,
You can't be doing that.
just do better with protecting your whatever you guys are making over here, please.
But with a daughter, you're not having any conversation. You're just gonna act like
you're
you're gonna get sick like the dad did.
Yes.
You're gonna check into a
I
hotel.
don't wanna hear
and I'm not gonna
anything. I
speak to
won't
you
say
for 6 months.
anything.
I can't face you.
No. Oh.
Like I'm just imagining being the child because I'm a daughter of some people. My dad would.
Who says that? I'm a daughter of some people.
My dad would kill himself. Like there's no other explanation. There's no.
My only daughter.
I'm not his only daughter.
Oh, that's right.
But it doesn't matter.
My youngest daughter.
My John, my Jenny boy.
Yeah, no.
I don't.
Actually, no, he wouldn't off himself. He would kill the guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody got to die.
Somebody's dying. He'd definitely kill him.
For me,
In front of me.
Nah, it's no. And again, double standard. But I'd be like, man, why do you have that on your computer? Like that's what I would say to my son, my adult son, because they're adults, right?
Right.
What are you doing?
I like coming on faces.
Protect the file. Make it password protect. I came over for dinner, you idiot. I knock him upside the head. What are you doing?
That it's a very huge double
But
standard.
the daughter.
You'd be like,
Oh, every time I see you.
you
You can't even watch her eat. Like yogurt.
God.
You can't even use
don't
mayonnaise
know.
on your sandwiches. No more. Like you've ruined everything.
No.
I guess to me, I kind of in a.
You can't even get the toothpaste out.
No,
Just watch it squirt out. Like, you know when you squeeze it too hard, because I'm like, and you're just mad.
I would obviously I think we all agree that we prefer to not know anything sexual about our children, in that realm.
Absolutely.
But I also feel like if my girls are leading healthy, happy sex lives, then I'm happy, whatever that may be in their realm.
But you wouldn't be happy if you saw it.
I wouldn't be happy if I saw it.
That's the question.
I don't think it'd be more difficult for me to accept. Like, which one would I? I mean, I'd rather see neither of them. But what I say,
Which would be more devastating? Keep it a buck. Come on, man.
Stop being political.
I just see both sides. I'm get back to
You,
me. I know. I'm thinking about it.
All right, let's make it not so deep. It's prom night. Your daughter's date drops her off. He brings her to the door. You happen to open the door and you see him kiss her. It's a lot
kiss.
more regular.
Yeah.
You know, people recording each other, coming on faces. That's a bit tough to grasp.
Yeah.
This is more realistic.
Yeah.
You open the door,
Yeah.
boy kisses your girl on the mouth. You're
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
Wow.
Fast forward, Carter goes to the prom. You see him with his date, kisses her on the mouth.
Yeah, which is hard for me to look at.
Would either one be?
I think they're about the same in my eyes. Like I would view both as the same.
Really?
Like, yeah, and I think that's I know that's me kind of prepping myself. Like she's going to grow up and she's going to do these things.
Yeah.
When I want to be in denial that she's not doing those things, what if it was like the opposite, where it's like I'm single, I'm not kissing anybody, I'm unhappy, I'm alone. Like I don't want that for her.
No, I don't say that. I'm not saying that you want that.
I know,
for her.
but so in my mind, that's where I go. It's like, would I rather her not like be unhappy and alone and be like, yo, I didn't even go to prom, nobody's ever kissed me, I'm like 35, I have cats and stuff like that.
Not my dad.
Right.
So you rather one extreme? No, not extreme. But you
Not
rather
extreme.
that than the other side, to where she's unhappy.
Yeah.
Because,
I want my children to be happy. I want them to lead happy lives and be with partners that make them happy and stuff like that.
Obviously, but the first time you
But
see
the
somebody
first
kiss
time-
your daughter,
I probably gonna be
It's-
like,
right?
Oh.
The first time you see somebody kiss your son,
I'm also gonna be like that with my son.
that's interesting. You are unique, sir.
I'm very
because
weird.
I know being the daughter, it's not the same.
Nope.
I feel like dads have that, my daughter's so innocent, and it's like, no.
Well, I thought it was more like I know what I did as a kid.
Right, and I need to
So
protect
I didn't want
her.
to protect my daughter from the scumbag ways. Not you, because you were an angel. Me.
Let's bloomer. This one is riding bike to vagina.
To be clear,
JK.
my virginity was intact. Nobody stole it from me or anything during that period of my life, okay?
This one's riding bike to vagina.
Be clear.
Sorry, J.
That
Cole.
was good,
Sorry.
by the way. Good job, Jen.
Sorry, Jermaine.
10 for 10 from the line tonight.
I put on my contacts.
Put on your contact. Good shit.
Well, we have this moment
Good shit.
of silence. We'd like to thank our listeners for listening to us and rocking with us.
Nah,
on a
real
weekly
shit, yo. Thanks
basis.
for fucking with niggas, man.
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
quick to interrupt.
Yeah.
At the at the show last night.
Yeah.
Ran into a couple of people.
Yeah.
Shout out to Demetrius for putting his wife up on the podcast.
Hey.
He sat in the car and was like, "Yo, Carol, we're gonna listen to the podcast." No, I want to listen to music. No, we're gonna listen to the podcast. She listened to the podcast. 5-10 minutes in, she is laughing.
Really?
She realized that she couldn't whistle also.
Aww.
It was a family moment. So shout out to y'all and shout out to everybody else that listens to the podcast.
We
man.
appreciate
y'all so much.
Make sure you follow us on social media platforms. On Instagram, it's PLSDELTHIS. On Twitter, the same handle. On Facebook, it's Please Delete This. On YouTube, it's Please Delete This. Pretty much everywhere you look, it is more than likely Please Delete This. Make sure you listen and follow and share on your favorite streaming platforms, such as Spotify, Speaker, the iTunes podcast app, iHeartRadio, and et cetera, et cetera. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and share. And thank you for listening weekly.
Acrimony was a dumb movie.
It's a great segue. Great.
That was good.
Great.
Tell me why.
It's a dumb movie, like the whole thing, the whole storyline.
It was dumb in a Tyler Perry kind of way. We all know I got beef with Tyler Perry movies. I don't watch them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like his initial plot ideas are good.
Yep.
He's that guy that puts too many ingredients
Twist.
in his soup.
I
got
agree.
it.
I totally
yeah,
agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Carrots,
Soup would have been great
potatoes,
until you put sugar in it.
mushrooms.
Now, was it me, or did it look like there was a fake background on one of the scenes where they were in college and they were walking by the water?
Yeah.
The background looked mad fake.
Probably was fake.
There was a
Why
bunch
you
of-
need
there
CGI for outside?
There was a couple fake backgrounds that was like this is
When they were on the
unnecessary.
boat, too,
Yeah,
I'm
it was
like,
mad
come on,
fake.
fam.
Yeah, it's all right.
Anyways,
What
go
is this,
ahead.
Jaws in 1985?
Yeah, word.
fuck?
Whatever.
Because I know the question was, is someone wrong here? Blah, blah, blah. And after watching it, I said to myself, the way the movie was set up, there's no alternative ending. Because if they would have stayed together as a couple, his stupid battery would never have made it.
It's not a stupid battery.
But his battery made it while they were a couple.
No. His battery made it because old girl pushed it through.
So, but old girl pushed it through after his initial meeting, which technically he was still was. I want to respect the brother. Rest in peace, Robert.
He died? Oh.
I mean, yeah, that's what I would assume.
Right.
But Robert came back and said, hey, they wanted it. Now, after he turned down the offer, hey, spoiler alert, everybody go watch the movie. Sorry, whatever.
We gave you 3 weeks to watch
Yeah,
it.
it's on Amazon and all that shit. After he went to the initial
Hulu,
meeting.
that's why I watched it.
He was offered the $800K. He said no. She had somebody advocating for him still that whole time, right? So if she said, okay, you know what, I forgive you, they would have been together still, and he would have gotten the call.
She wouldn't have went that far.
You don't think homegirl would have went that far? That's when she saw that she was still doing it though, right?
Yeah.
She wouldn't have went that far from jump. I personally I felt that she purposely left her wallet in his truck.
Oh, talk about it.
First of all, that was my first thought. Was like, bitch, you left that whole wallet in there.
And I said, because it was like a week removed.
Yeah, like
so
how you go a
how
whole
you not
week
know
that your wallet's missing? So to me, she purposely
shit
planted that wallet
Oh shit! I ain't think of that.
the whole time because I'm a woman. I'm like, she's out here
It's true, 'cause
trying
we not
to
us.
take that man.
Not us.
Yo,
Baby, she didn't mean to.
So okay, because when they were cutting to scenes of where she was looking at his tapes,
Yes.
she was smiling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
She was admiring
she was-
him,
and-
and
True.
they called him, told him you're banned. We have a restraining order on you. Don't call him no more.
Right.
And she's like, but I think we really should. She's sticking her whole neck out and her career on the line for this man.
But she believed in this product.
No,
She believed in him.
thank you.
I didn't see it that way. I kind of do now because a
But
woman's telling us.
Robert's not in the wrong though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So the initial question was, is somebody wrong? And I'm saying no.
Yeah.
Because the contrary, he wouldn't have become a millionaire.
Yeah.
Staying with the Taraji character.
So,
He wouldn't have became that kind of millionaire with that company.
Okay.
I was pissed off at Robert. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead because I think you're getting to where I'm getting.
I was pissed off at Robert because I'm like, 20 years, whatever. You trying to only get Mr. Perkins Cirque. First of all, you got a whole engineering degree. You could have got a job at that firm.
Facts.
Because that's how things work.
Yeah.
Worked your way up, and you would have known who to speak to.
But what about that record thing where he couldn't get a job when he was fresh out of college because of his criminal record?
So you decided to be a dishwasher. You could have been a dishwasher at that company.
That is true.
You could have been a janitor at that company.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So if that's the case, you're just trying to get your foot in the door. Annie, are you okay? If you
Hey, D.L. Hughley.
if you are just trying to get your foot in the door, stop calling me.
Now, to a certain extent, Taraji's character did everything she could.
She did
supporting
everything correct.
Yes.
I feel like though, and I know this, how much do you ask somebody? 19 years of this.
Yeah.
The man didn't work, for the listeners who haven't seen the movie. He didn't work for 19 years. He was working on this battery that can regenerate itself and power an entire home or a building. And he was there several times, but just couldn't get it. And maybe because I knew the story a little bit from Darren telling me, but I was like, damn, why isn't she, like the time he had the house powered, the house that they live in, powered off of the battery for like a few minutes before he fucked up the wiring. How wasn't she like, yo, getting behind him like, yo,
That's
damn,
what
this
I'm
really
saying.
works.
Right.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything to try to, because it's cool. You got 3 jobs to pay bills.
Yeah.
And maybe because we're used to this life now that we're all in. Well, you could have just made an Instagram page for his battery.
True,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
now
yeah,
we're
yeah.
thinking in a terms of, well, there's things you could do. Whereas
To get the word out.
Right. 20 years ago, people couldn't be as self-supportive. You had to get support from someone else,
Yeah.
a venture capitalist of some sort. So, you know, to us, we're watching it like, this don't even make sense.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Do you agree with the so after Robert hits his money and got a whole new fiance, he visited Taraji, gave her $10 million.
I'm cool with all
and
that.
the keys to the house. But do you agree with her saying you didn't fight for me?
No.
Okay, all right. So she was bugging.
She's a whole maniac. She's a whole fucking crazy person.
Do you
and that's part of that whole Tyler Perry bullshit.
Right, right.
You would make a character that says some crazy shit like this?
You don't think that would happen in real life?
I think it would.
Okay, just want to make sure.
It's bullshit.
don't
It
put-
would definitely happen.
But don't put that shit on.
Don't give up our secret.
Don't empower these maniacs.
Do you think
Yes, girl.
the way Robert came back with the apology, I know it's set up for a movie, you know,
Right,
whatever,
right.
but do you think that played a huge part in her craziness?
The fact that he
And
came
coming
back and giving her the money.
Like the way he did. Like
She was crazy already.
Yes, but he could have came back in a different way. Here's the money. I apologize. Here's your house. I just want to try to make things right. He didn't have to kiss her on the forehead and be like, I will always
He
love you.
loves her.
You don't have
loves
to.
her.
I feel like that is like,
Nah.
if again, Tyler Perry and the movie, I feel like they did that for the movie. I know
No.
if that were me, I'm not kissing nobody in the head said I will always love you as an apology.
But he did love her though.
He loved her.
I understand, but he at that point he already moved on from her.
No, but that don't mean he don't love her still.
I understand that, but if I feel like I go to an ex and I'm
I
like,
see what you're saying. He left the door open.
Yeah, he left it way too open.
Bro.
Like, don't kiss her. But like, hey, listen, I'm really sorry. I will always love you. I hope that you can gain enclosure from this.
Bro,
Goodbye.
19 years. 19 years. And he
I
knows
get it.
what she did, and he knows what he did to her.
Sacrifice for it. I get it.
That's
But he
difficult
let-
to just,
he-
okay, be handshake and here's your check, madam, and go on about your day. He loves the woman.
I get it. I don't blame
Because-
her for showing up at his penthouse in fucking naked.
So you're saying the forehead kiss activated the crazy?
The forehead kiss and the I will always love you.
He loves her. He's being
Bim,
honest.
there are different ways
First
to
of all,
say it.
I don't think it activated the crazy because
The crazy was already there.
it was already there because they set that up with the whole her driving into the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said it herself in the movie.
Yeah.
I've always been this way. I'm easily triggered. Blah 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 blah. Her showing up. Okay, she got embarrassed. She assumed he'd be by himself. Why would you assume that your man who became a multimillionaire would be alone? I don't know why you would assume that, but you assume that. Fine.
Because everything that he has after the deal was everything that they talked about.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
That's my boat. That's
yeah.
me.
and that so a part of me was like, I get it.
No.
I do.
Bitch.
I definitely do.
You signed the papers.
Like, once again, if if his shit hit and he left her, like we see a lot of famous people, they have exes in the past, like, oh, when you got on, you left me for such and such girl.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. But he was trying to stay with her, and she followed what her sisters were saying and this and that.
Yeah.
Also, I was kind of pissed off by the whole sisters thing because they want to briefly mention how one of the sisters' husbands got a kid with somebody across town.
They left that alone real quick.
Like, you can't just bring that up.
Yeah.
That was one of those extra ingredients in the soup. You didn't need that.
Yeah. And they were still together at the end of the movie and
Why
shit.
they got these goon-ass husbands who just follow them around?
Yeah, they made them look like hella weak.
Yeah,
it was weird.
And then even her new boyfriend.
Yeah. He just sat there.
Like, that's like the whole sex thing. The new boyfriend, okay, you don't like the way he finishes and just rolls over and doesn't hold
He a
you.
real nigga. He was like, good night.
Right. You don't like that? Okay, then talk to him about it. You can't just diss him because you're like, oh, now I'm thinking about my ex, so fuck you.
Yeah.
The whole movie was dumb.
Yeah, it's especially the end. It was wow extra.
Yeah, I could have the ending. I could have done
without. Yeah, the ending definitely
like
threw
if
me
they
off.
had just got married on the boat and she just was like, I'm gonna just be crazy in my own crazy space.
Yeah.
I would have been like, all right, cool. Thanks, Tyler Perry.
Because she's over here saying, oh, well, that's my boat and that's my this, and you gave it to her. No, he gave you $10 million. If you wanted a fucking boat, you could have bought a boat. It's not like
Right.
he left
Hey, thank you.
He didn't leave you on broke.
She had a nice little Audi.
The Audi
real
was
quick.
straight.
Come on now.
The Audi was straight.
Shit.
Come on, that's my car. Bitch, you chose to buy that car with your $10 million.
Right.
You could have bought that car. So don't give me that shit. Once again, if you would have left her on broke, you ain't got no house,
Right.
you ain't got no shit. Oh, well, you got no bed.
And I'm out here flourishing.
He gave you $10 million and you left your mattress on the floor.
She
Fuck
did.
you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
Yo, and one thing that I enjoyed, it was kind of delicious when it happened. I knew some of the story, but I'm watching it with the lady, and something came up. Right, it was Robert, before they got married, when he had cheated on Taraji's character.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there, and she's like, I knew it, woman's intuition, because all that. I'm like, oh, okay, and I just sat there quietly. So then later, Taraji assumes all of this. Yeah, it was triggered because of the previous activity, but Robert didn't cheat while he was married.
Right.
So after the movie, I got to be the asshole. I'm like, so women's intuition, huh? Where was all that intuition? She was dead wrong. Now she dead.
At the bottom of the sea with Sebastian.
Under the sea.
High five, come on, give me here. Sorry, Judge.
I'm with you.
She was so mad. But like, come on, intuition, is that a thing? Women's intuition?
Women's
Also-
intuition is a thing.
No. It
is a thing.
No, it's not just women. People, if you see something suspicious, that is weird behavior.
Like
People's
I was
intuition?
talking about the whole, if you're hanging out with somebody for 4 months and you're still doing everything regular, but they're not sleeping with
Your
you,
mind is going to go somewhere.
that's something weird.
If I say something is up with something every single goddamn time and it's right one time, does that mean I have a particular intuition? No, I'm just assuming some shit.
It's a law of averages. At some point,
Thank you.
A broken clock is wrong twice a day.
Thank you. Right, twice a day.
Twice a day.
But, so which leads me to, y'all see that stupid ass little clip
I
that
was
was
going to
floating
say
around?
Instagram with the bitch with the laptop.
Yes.
No, I ain't
There
Dumb
you
bitch.
see it?
No.
Dumb bitch.
Stupid ass bitch.
No, stupid ass. Oh, 2 plus 2
crazy
not
ass
4 ass bitch. Long nipple.
I see it, guys.
Skinny bitch with no shoulders.
I see. Someone pull it up.
I will
All
help
right.
you.
It's a little longer than a minute, but the premise, I don't know if it's fake, but I got a good feeling out of it.
Ah!
Man and woman sitting there, and she's like, you cheated on me. He's like, what the fuck you talking about? You cheated on me, and I know it.
I saw it yesterday really quick. Sorry. You have to tell me and then I remember.
Yeah.
Is that the one where she hired?
Yes, she hired
so for the
somebody,
listeners,
yeah.
she hired someone to flirt with her man and seduce and whatnot. And the girl that she hired told her, yes, I slept with your boyfriend and all that shit. They brought her up on a laptop, on FaceTime, Skype, whatever, and the girl said, yes, I slept with him. I told you I slept with him. And the boyfriend's like, you're lying. Why would you tell her that? And she said, okay, yes, I'm lying. I told her that because she paid me to do this, and clearly
she doesn't know you're a good man.
Yes.
Blah blah blah. You don't deserve her. Da, da, da.
And the bitch, the girlfriend bitch, got mad, closed the laptop,
Fucking bitch.
and she had this look. Oh, this look.
That was delightful.
Yes, give me more. Look at this hell, Jets.
I can't be mad.
Every man was like, yes, king, yes, king.
Leave her.
Leave her.
You don't need that stress in your life, King. You don't need that negativity in your life. You are a royal character.
That intuition bullshit. That shit was amazing, man.
Can we quickly talk about
I
how
got liquor on my thumb.
how she, I guess, went back to 19 years or some shit that he did, and
brought that back up in an argument in the present
It was
day.
like, yo, that was 19 years ago. When
When
do
can
you
we let
just,
that go?
Yeah.
And that came up too while we were talking about the bullshit intuition thing. And I said, okay, she was like, oh, she's triggered. Her sisters brought the wallet and all of that. I said, if you agree to marry this man after that incident, you have to let stuff be in the past.
Yes.
If it's bubbling somewhere,
you're not over.
I get it, but you talk about it. But you don't make that a reason to leave him. He told you he did nothing with her. He told you all of this shit, and you didn't want to believe it.
You almost killed this bitch.
You almost
killed yourself.
Right. So, like at that point, it's on you. The man didn't cheat, and if you agreed to marry him, you got to leave all that shit in the past.
Back to my review of the movie, that was another part that was just kind of like the continuity didn't make sense.
Break it
like
down.
he was so into her from the moment he bumped into her.
Yes.
They're into each other.
Why did he cheat? Yeah, that's weird.
Right.
It didn't make
you
sense.
You bought him a
'Cause he got
Mustang,
money.
and now he cheats after you bought him a Mustang. That shit didn't, and he didn't even seem like that type. Okay. Then he
Is
cheated.
Tyler Perry gay?
I always said I think he is.
Because, okay, if I'm writing that movie, right?
As a guy.
He wrote the movie, right?
Yeah, he wrote, directed, and starred or some shit like that.
Never have I experienced a situation where a dude was so into one woman, right? She gave him something, a car, paid off. He went and cheated
And
just out of nowhere.
Yeah, he was like, you know what? This feels like the good time to do that.
Yeah, and then never cheated again.
Yeah.
That's so weird. I didn't understand that from Tyler Perry.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, yeah, and he made Robert's character out, especially like when she was signing, putting the mortgage on the home. He kind of had a look in his face like he wanted the audience to hate Robert.
Yes.
Yeah, it was weird though.
And as like I've said before, part of the reason why I can't get behind a lot of those movies because I've been told from people who watch all those movies that in those movies the dark-skinned character is somehow made into almost a villain towards women, and then the light-skinned guy comes in and saves the day and makes women feel.
Oh, her ex was a light-skinned.
Like the light-skinned guy comes in and treats her like a woman that she deserves. You know what I'm saying? So even in the movie, like you said, they brought him in, and it's like, oh yeah, this is the guy you should have got with the whole time, and da 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 da. And I just don't get the whole premise of turning men against men.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's almost on that Steve Harvey shit, but not cool.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I wasn't jiving with that. That made no sense.
It made no sense.
Yeah, it's that wasn't real life to me. But at the end of the day, Robert, rest in peace, my nigga. He's a real one. His wife looked good as fuck.
Yeah.
She looked good as fuck.
Well, we're talking about men and things that men do and don't do. You put up
Black men don't cheat.
Yeah, we don't cheat.
God bless.
One day this God bless is gonna come back around. Anyways, you put up the question for men. I feel
the
like
chain?
the necklace thing, yeah, or the choker.
Why Bron wearing that little
Right.
old lady necklace on this
There's
shit?
so many questions about it.
So
You see how the diamond go from big to little tiny ones in the back? Like, ew, Bron?
there's a clip of Bron asking
Kyle Kuzma, his teammate.
to put his necklace on him.
Stop calling it a necklace. It's a chain.
Choker, sorry, chain,
It's
whatever.
definitely a choker.
Whatever. And posed a question. And men, would you help your friend put on their chain or necklace or choker, whatever the fuck it is?
I said chain.
And a
Caption.
lot of the I guess responses we got said, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. I don't believe it.
No, a good amount of them. Oh, I'm out some of my niggas right now. So Darren, right? I'm looking at you right now.
Look at me.
Pause.
Pause.
And I got the image right because you got a chain on right now.
In fact, take this shit off and tell them to put it on.
No. I'll take it off.
We don't need demonstration.
I will, but I will not ask you to put it on.
Because
I will figure it
the
out
thing that
myself,
makes
but just
it
not wear it.
a little different for me.
Is it shorter?
No, it's because that could be one. And because Darren would have to move his hair.
It's funny you say, yo, Bim.
Gather
it's-
his
and I
dreads.
feel like this is the main reason why a lot of things like make me like uncomfortable, right?
This isn't like any kind of phobic of anything.
No.
This is just real
Yeah,
rap.
yeah. Real rap raw.
Yeah.
Right? I would not ask Bim to help me. I'd figure it out. I would struggle in the corner with my little short nails. Like, yeah, I made me cry because I get so aggravated. And then I'd either just not wear the chain or.
But then I'd be like, dang, give me that shit, man.
No, and I would be like, no. I would feel like if I felt, pause, in this whole conversation, if I felt you behind me, I'd be like, no, all right, I got it. I'll figure it out.
Look, and that's why a good amount of my people replied saying, yeah, I would.
If we're boys.
We got people in the camp, you know what I'm saying, while we was on vacation in certain places, yo, can you put some sunscreen on my back?
No.
And they did it, because we real. And we got pictures of it. So don't step out of line, beloved. No. You know what I'm talking about.
I'd rather have my back burnt.
I just lay on my back like this on the beach all the time.
My back would be covered. I'll just wear a shirt.
I am a starfish now.
Right. Just the middle of my back burnt.
I would do that.
You be all right with it?
I would, yeah.
So, here's my problem with the whole Bron thing.
What?
I felt like it was one of those weird flex but okay situations. Because we've all put our chains on our moms or whoever. Mm-hmm. I mean, old ladies, she can't get the shit right. It's just aggravating. She's trying to get it done
Nails
quick.
Too long,
I'm trying to get to this funeral fast. Just put this on me. Cool. You've done it for your lady possibly. Cool. The bracelet, fine. I confidently will say I have less hand-eye coordination than LeBron James. I am 100% in less good of shape than LeBron James.
Yeah.
That motherfucker could have put on his own fucking chain.
I don't know. The end of the chain look mad tiny.
I put chains on all the time. Once again, I have less hand-eye coordination. I had carpal tunnel in both hands, my nigga, like 2 years ago. I can put on a chain. You're LeBron James. If it's too small to put on, you would have bought a bigger one.
That's true.
It's just encrusted in diamonds. That was a weird flex.
You're right.
And for me, I don't like my friends trying to show me out.
Hey fam, yeah, take this, put this on for me.
Put this on me real quick.
So
that might be right.
For me, that was the problem. It wasn't the fact there was two men, but it was the fact there was two able-bodied men. You put your own damn chain on.
Yeah.
What are you trying to get at?
For me, the uncomfortable part was when he gave the necklace to the other guy.
Right.
And he was
just like, oh.
the way he lifted his hand.
Around his
neck. Like this.
Like old boy in Titanic.
Right. Like, no, thank you. No, thanks. No.
So, yes, I understand everybody who commented, yes, I would do it for my friends. It's friendship. That's great. It's touching. But I don't think.
Brian was out here flexing.
Would you? So I know you would do it for your friend. Would you ask your friend to do it for you?
I figure it out.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, LeBron, you left home, so did the chain fall off while you were at the arena?
Right.
Or did you put it in your pocket and say, I'm going to get somebody to put this shit on me?
Yeah, because if my shit came off and I couldn't get it, well, I'll just put it in my pocket.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm LeBron. I look fine.
So you do it for your friend, or you would figure it out for yourself? You wouldn't
because I know I could put a chain on.
All right.
Yeah, why I gotta ask somebody to do it for me? I can do it.
Right. LeBron could put a chain on.
Now, so it'd be one thing if Kuz was like, "Yo, let me help you. You struggling, dummy? Let me do it." But we don't know. There's not enough video evidence to, you know what I mean?
So I
think
guess
LeBron would put on Kuz?
I know, like Kuz saw Bron struggling.
I know. If the tables were reversed.
Oh, would Bron put no? Bron wouldn't do that. No, I don't think he would.
Michael Jordan wouldn't do it.
Jordan different. Jordan would do a lot of shit that Bron does.
Imagine if Jordan was like to Scottie Pippen. Can you put my hoop earring in?
Man, get the fuck out of here. Jordan in the 90s would have used a whole nother word to call Scottie Pippen some shit. Talk about help me put my hoop earring in. No, he would have used another word.
All right, Magic.
Not Magic. Magic would do it.
You're right.
Once again, my theory stands. I don't think he got AIDS from a woman. Well, I don't think he has HIV to begin with. But if he did, I don't think he got it from a woman. Moving on.
So would you? Okay, so this kind of, I feel like it trickles down to other things that men do that are questionable.
I'm secure. Let's go.
Right.
I mean, I don't think anything's questionable. I think, in this, especially in this day and age, y'all hugged. There was no problem with it.
Yeah.
I don't think anything.
This is my best friend.
That's what I'm saying.
I love this guy.
Exactly. Guys are okay with saying things like, "I love this guy."
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I don't think it's really a questionable thing as far as sexuality. I think it's more of your pride as a masculine man. Mm-hmm. Are you trying to embarrass me?
Yeah. No, I
give me some shit, Darren. Let's see.
All right. When you had hair.
Oh shit.
Oh, there we go.
When you had hair and you used to get twisted up, would you be all right with a guy doing your hair?
That's a good ass question.
Like the guy braiding the hair. Yeah.
That's a good ass question.
Yeah. You get your cornrows.
I saw the video. I think you shared it with us. Yeah. And I was like, it's never popped up in my mind before. That's why I kind of said it like all innocent, like. But I don't think I would comfortably sit down and have a guy do my hair.
And he was braiding clean as
really
fuck.
Good.
They were good looking braids. Yeah, no, I had braids for a few years, and not obviously, but it was women 100% of the time who did it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're sitting on a chair or on a couch, and your head between their lap, and they're just going. You're in between their legs going, or they got to turn you a certain way, or they got kind of close if it's. I don't know, man. Some big burly man kind of.
Yeah. What does that say about us? That we're sexist?
No, it's just something I never experienced.
Because like I see guys like on the show I watch Love After Lockup. Okay, so they show the day one particular guy who's getting out of jail. His braids are clean as fuck. Who in the jail braided your hair? His braids are clean as fuck when they let him out of that prison. Let me tell you something.
Somebody did it.
Somebody did it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a situation where you need your hair braided,
you ain't got no choice.
and there's a dude, hey man, I am my brother. Let's get a barber chair. You know, you can spin me around. You know what I'm saying?
There ain't no barber chair in jail.
Because now he got to stand. No, not.
If it's jail, anybody who got who's nice, do your shit.
But that
or
person,
I'ma cut it.
That person got to stand up and do your hair, and they probably like, I'm not trying to stand for no 3 hours trying to braid your hair, or an hour, or whatever it is.
Come sit, put your head between my legs.
Can we sing the song again?
No.
What?
Can we sing the song again?
No.
Which one?
Oh, braid my hair. Come on and braid my hair. Back in my hood, feeling good. No worries or no cares. Baby, use your hands to make me feel alright. And take away the stress and drama in my life. While you braid my hair.
Sit me down like you love me.
Woo!
Come on, Darren, you don't know. Sorry.
Also, I asked somebody a question today at work.
Wait,
I don't know.
Are we done on that?
On what?
On the
I would if I had something to go to, a wedding, whatever, and you're a guy that can braid hair. All right, brother, come do it, man.
So then why are we not uncomfortable with barbers?
Braids, wash your hair.
Nah, there's no answer.
No, there isn't, right?
No.
I know I get uncomfortable when they hear, so I have to, I'm sure you look up.
But that's even with girls with like hairstylists.
Well, I think it's just being used to it, right? Because if more guys were braiding guys' hair, it wouldn't be so taboo or whatever. We just don't see enough of it unless it's jail. I also realize that I'm not uncomfortable with somebody helping me fix my tie, or like if I'm getting like. But I can't put a chain on you.
That's funny, right?
Because if I'm fixing a tie, Darren, we're eye to eye. Look at me.
Stop it.
look me in my eye, Darren.
Baby's being mad romantic with you.
Look at me. Look at me. Let me fix your tie, Darren. Come here.
But
you want a Windsor knot or a double knot?
No.
Why he giggle like that?
Because if I had the way to do that is give me your tie, and I will tie it and give it back to you.
Darren,
but
Darren, the length. I need to make sure the length is right, Darren.
And that's why Donald Trump's tie is always too long. Because he got a little Baron.
Yo, Jen.
A little special Baron doing that shit. Here, Dad.
The length got to be right. Let me do it on you,
Darren.
I
get it.
He did it on him. Back to Nicki Minaj.
That makes
circle.
me uncomfortable too.
Still. Oh man.
All right.
That's good. We good?
I was going to say something I forgot.
Oh. Is it in you? Did you text yourself?
No, it was about the conversation we were just having.
Braids. Mario.
I have a very random question.
Karaoke.
Ask it. Oh, yeah, we need to karaoke.
How do you fix, you're dancing with somebody that has no rhythm. How do you fix them?
You don't.
How?
You can't teach
I
rhythm.
teased the lady about this.
No, I wasn't even talking about
No, she could dance, but I teased her about it. So as a guy, if I'm dancing with a woman who doesn't have rhythm,
just walk away.
Spanish culture, Haitian culture, you're together. African culture, we don't dance together. We're apart.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So in that case, it's easier when we're apart. But when you're with somebody and they're not getting
you groove.
You just hold them tight as shit. Just move with me. Move with me.
You stop them and go like,
just follow my lead. Yeah. Follow my lead. And if they're not getting it, I mean, it takes away from the fun, because if y'all go somewhere, if it's somebody you're with, and they can't dance to those songs, bachata or what y'all listen to?
Compa.
Oh, y'all be having sex with some compa, man.
Yeah.
Haitians got mad kids.
Wow.
I'm lying?
No.
If you can't do that, like, how do you keep bringing somebody who can't dance on the dance floor to?
How do you fix it?
But the thing is, it's funny. I'm the opposite end of that spectrum. So we went to Guilt years ago. Guilt was a club in Boston. They have like, I don't know if they still have it, but they had like the Afrobeat / compa night.
Yeah, they do.
And I don't dance compa, right? I don't dance any of that stuff. I do a fake bachata. Da, 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 hey,
Hey, lift your leg.
Yeah, I'm down here lifting. But I wouldn't say I'm proficient in any of that salsa.
Yeah.
So I remember one particular night, I got 2 drinks, 2 hands occupied, as a repellent to people asking me to dance.
It's a good repellent.
They didn't give a fuck.
No.
And I would say to them, no, I can't.
And they
I don't know.
just
They say, oh, I will teach you.
Yeah.
And now
They
here I am
just-
with 2 drinks trying to
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
my guy. Ho. So I think people who can do these dances are confident to the point where they're like, I don't
got
need you to know how to do it.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm going to lead.
And that's how Haitian dancing and Cape Verde dancing. That's
Yes,
how it's like.
somebody needs to lead.
Somebody, I'm going to lead you. Just follow me.
And that's what they said to me. Oh, don't worry, I will teach you.
She in the club with Pepe Le Pew.
I will teach you my
Don't
little
worry.
kitty cat.
I will I will teach you. I drove. Speaking of compa and zouk music, I drove down to Philly with my father's friend. His name is
Jean.
No. His name is Aldrich, but of course we don't say it that way.
Like
We
the dorm?
Like Aldrich.
He didn't go to your ride.
Aldrich, no, sorry.
Oh.
Nope. So his name is Aldrich, but of course Haitians we say Alwish. We leave out the D. So we're driving down there. It's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm trying to listen to music, but he's an older guy. He's like, elder. So I'm trying not to be disrespectful to what I'm listening to, but I'm also trying to stay awake. 4 o'clock in the morning, he's staying awake with me, whatever. So I'm listening to Haitian music, right? And you know how you're driving with your parents or your auntie, and you're not trying to play that disrespectful music because they're like, "What is this?" It's swearing and shit like that. So
What does that mean?
right. Of course, I'm listening to Haitian music, and this song, the DJ mixes into this song, and they keep saying over and over again,
Oh boy.
"Santi map vini," which means I feel like I'm coming.
Oh, shit.
So I'm
That
like,
took a turn.
now I can't switch the track because it's gonna go past the mix. So I'm like, oh fuck, and it's loud as shit. And so
On the way to a funeral.
on the way
like
to a
that.
funeral, right? And they keep Santi my vini, ooh shit. Like, so I'm just like, oh no. So I kind of look over there, and he goes, It's like, it's not me, Orange. It's not me. He's like, that's what you listen to? I was like, it's the DJ. DJ, we.
4 kids.
He never
So-
says that. He just lets it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah. Sounds.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
it's
all
too
right,
late.
well, too
All
late.
right. I'll tell you next time. It'll be on your
shit.
face.
Oh.
Joe Biden.
Wow.
Yo, get Trump up out of here, yo.
First of all, fuck him. But Joe
You don't
Biden,
chill with 50?
they have to. They have to be in Trump Towers to win. They're both rudely funny.
Hey, Don. Hey, Don, check it. Send this. Look at this Biden picture. Look at this Biden gift.
What you got over there, 50?
Post that.
I can't do it. I can't do a Trump. I want to respond, but I can't. So yeah. So people coming at Biden. These 2 women. Saying that
For you.
before on the campaign trail or whatever, he was too handsy on them. Basically, one woman recounted it as he grabbed my face, and it was more than an Eskimo kiss. He rubbed my nose for 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Show me the nose burn. That's mad long,
That's
bro.
mad long for Eskimo kiss. Nigga, that's Eskimo sex. He made a whole wolf baby. You get the fuck out of here with these crazy things. Now, my whole thing is what I wanted to say today. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Men are creepy.
Okay.
We are.
Joe Biden is fucking creepy.
He is.
Being creepy cannot be and should not be equated with sexual assault. Even with Donald Trump saying the whole grab him by the pussy thing, which I don't want to be sitting here defending Donald Trump.
Right.
But what he was saying in that clip was, when you're a rich and powerful man, literally his words were, women will let you do anything. And it's true. Women will go to a concert.
Oh, boy.
A performer will pull them on stage, put you in a chair,
Oh, I saw that with Mario real quick. Oh,
grind it on your face, touch you all on your face, do all this, and you're just like, oh my God, you're sitting there voluntarily. Go to work, have Ray from the other department come up to you in the cafeteria or the break room and grind his junk in your face.
That's valid.
It's a fact. I have to say, women, if you like a man for whatever reason, you give him more leeway than you give a guy you don't like.
Oof.
So if he has money and that's attractive to you, you're going to let things slide that you normally wouldn't. So what Trump was saying, once again, I'm not a Trump fan, but what he was saying was fact. If you're a rich and powerful man, you can get away with shit that normally
You can
can't.
cross person boundaries.
And what he said was, you can even grab by the pussy. And his point was, as ridiculous as that sounds,
It is true.
me being Donald Trump, I know for a fact
I can walk up
I can walk up to certain
and
women,
be like,
boop, and they're not gonna do nothing but giggle.
Darren, you're the feminist on the podcast. What do
I
you
am?
think?
What made me the feminist?
No, you wouldn't care.
I
if
can't
your
even
daughter
say
Your hair's the
came on.
longest. I'm bald headed. He bald headed.
She sits here with braids in my face.
Because these
I'm
ain't real.
bald-headed.
This ain't real. Everybody know. They don't grow like this.
What do I think of Joe Biden?
Oh, do you think?
Oh, the
what Jen
idea.
said.
I think celebrities do have, and people in that realm, they do have a I feel like a class where like normal rules almost don't apply to them. Almost.
Yeah.
Not to say that they can do it and get. Obviously, we know they can't get away with it, but I feel like it's more accepted, if they
Especially
do
in the
it.
past.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I think he issued an apology saying like, "I'm sorry, I didn't
mean to
was
cross the
being
line."
handsy and stuff like that." And we all know somebody who's a little too like old person that's being handsy.
Yeah, 'cause
I
if
actually
you
know
don't
an old white man named Joe who is
Who's
handsy.
right?
And if you don't know, like you don't know until somebody tells you.
Right.
Other than that, you're just kind of mad shoulder
I
touching.
assume it's all right for me
You'll
to
be
be
like,
like,
all that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Damn, you got muscles, man.
Stop.
Darren Biden. So what I'm saying is, we can't get into this habit because we're in this whole cancel culture, which I feel is scary.
Yeah, it is.
It's dangerous. We can't keep the same as I was saying in a episode a long time ago. We can't keep letting people dilute what's racist by
True.
calling everything racist.
I agree.
Because then when things are actually racist, it's
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's boy cried wolf.
Yeah.
Same thing with sexual assault, rape. These are very serious accusations, very serious things happening. So if somebody touching your hand makes you uncomfortable, I'm the first person to call a motherfucker a creep.
Yeah.
I find every man creepy.
To their face?
Fuck it, yeah. You know how many times I've been at work and just be like, oh, here comes this motherfucker. And I'll just go hide in the back. They haven't done anything. They haven't touched me. But just
you already know.
I already know this guy likes to come into the store just to be in my face and ask me stupid questions. And they chase me around. I like, okay, you're in the front left corner. I'm going to be in the back right corner. Oh, shit, you're over here now? I'm going to act like I'm doing some of it. I'm the first person to call everybody creepy. I live that life. I'm not going to call the police on you.
No. Yeah.
I'm not going to try to get you fired from your job for being a creep. Because that's inherently human nature.
Yeah. Is Omari Hardwick a creep?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who?
You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you didn't see it?
When
Maybe I
he gets Beyonce.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
And ooh.
See what I'm saying?
Come on, Darren. If you there and your wife, you know what I'm saying? If somebody gives one kiss,
Yeah, that's
and then the next
uncomfortable.
one's kind of close
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
mouth.
That's I think that's grounds for like
Hey.
push off. Yeah.
The fact that he's Jay-Z, he's confident. Like, I know you're not gonna take Beyonce from me. But if he was just a regular guy and another regular
But
guy,
I still like that's a
yeah. So he didn't have to audibly say it because he knows his camera's on him.
Yeah.
But you know, in his mind, he's like, this motherfucker got one whole second to move.
So did he overstep? Y'all think he overstepped?
yeah.
Once again,
It looked wild.
he was being a creep.
Yeah, that's definitely a creep. And he's a married man. I don't think he was trying to push up on her like that.
Right.
But
It was
that's
just
a
like-
little excessive.
It was like, oh my God, it's Beyonce.
Do you, so I gotta look at the video again. Did he like
Oh, I got
kind
you,
of
beloved.
put himself next to her mouth like that? Or
I think
was it
she-
an accident? Did she move this way?
No,
and he
I
moved
think
that
she
way?
moved the opposite way. Like, had she not moved, that kiss would have been on the corner of her mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, because
So
he already
like she was
kissed her
trying to
once on
move
the cheek.
away,
Yeah.
and so it was more like he was moving to kiss her lips.
Not,
If
he
she-
wasn't trying to kiss her lips, but if she wasn't paying attention, it would have caught a corner of her mouth.
Got it.
And once again, so now, does he get canceled off of Power? Does he
No.
lose his job on Power?
Of course not. No,
Okay.
No.
So we need to be very careful with this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I agree. That's not grounds for people to petition against Omari Hardwick.
Because if she wasn't Beyonce and she was a regular ass lady,
we wouldn't even think about it.
And it not that that's true, but 7 years down the line from now, she'll be like, oh, and I saw Omari Hardwick at a basketball game and he kissed me twice and I didn't even. And
would sound crazy.
And it's like, where do we draw the line? Because okay, politicians on the campaign trail, what Joe Biden did, they like to come in contact with their constituents, whatever the word is. You know what I'm saying? You just being kind of creepy. You were just being a little extra.
I think it might have been a case where he just got too close. Like
That, right.
Maybe he didn't realize how close he was.
Right.
And just went to give her one more kiss, and it was like, oh shit.
Oh shit. Right.
Nah, fuck that. He thought this was a TV show.
But
he thought he was Ghost for real.
So if she wasn't Beyonce and she was just Belinda,
I'm checking one more time.
7 years from now,
He ain't kissing Belinda twice on the cheek.
2026, Belinda comes out of nowhere.
Belinda would definitely come out and say Omari was being nasty.
Omari says, I'm going to run for mayor of D.C. Here comes Belinda. Well, back in 2019, Omari got too close to me.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody would dig up the video.
Dig up this video.
Yeah.
I don't know. She looks part of me is like, okay, after the second kiss, you kind of just like immediately walked away. I don't know.
Right. Like even the Biden thing, it's like people on the campaign trail, they handshake, they hug, they kiss.
Yeah.
You have a baby, what's the first thing they do? Pick up the baby and kiss it. Thank you. So now, what if some idiot next week goes, Joe Biden kissed my baby without my consent?
Oh my God.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm sick of all
That's
of this
the America we live in.
So what I'm saying is I get nervous. Once again, this isn't victim shaming. Obviously, we're not talking about people who are sexual assault survivors and things like that.
Yes.
But we also have people who are taking opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You like the lady at the D.L. Hughley show. Pick me, pick me. I want attention.
And then she can go and cry and be like, oh, he made fun of me and nah. Like she could do that.
If she wanted to.
Yeah.
That's true. Be more like J. Cole.
Be a virgin forever.
Shut up.
Oh.
You see when J. Cole greeted
Oh yeah. He just shook her head and walked.
That's how you greet
That's
your
how
homie's
you
wife.
greet. Yes. That's exactly how you.
Yo, Gabrielle Union was like, all right. All
Right.
right.
And that's how you greet your man's friends.
Yes.
Word.
Exactly.
That's my motto.
Jacob didn't want
I don't
any
even look,
misunderstandings,
really.
yo.
Like, oh, hey, what up?
Hey, what up?
I'm a head nodder like a motherfucker. Oh,
All right.
hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Oh. So I'm going to end this. I don't know if there's more after this, but I just you said, racist. This is racist. And I have a situation I want to ask you guys if it's racist, and then I'm done. My dad.
I'm nervous. Oh, boy. I'm more nervous now.
Clara calls me and she's like, listen, your dad. Listen.
Listen.
Your dad. So apparently my dad calls Clarabelle. And my dad rarely calls Clarabelle. And she says, I picked up the phone because I thought something was wrong. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, oh, no, hey, just listen, I was at the mechanic to get my car fixed. And this lady here was helping me. She's so nice. She's a Dominican lady, helping me. And she's been so helpful. So Clarabelle was like, okay, what? Like, do you want me to translate? Is she only speaking Spanish? Like, what? Like, why? What's there's something to my dad is very long-winded. So he says the lady's Dominican and she married a Haitian guy named Pierre. Do you know her?
I'd be like, do you know Pierre? The fuck?
So apparently in my dad's world, there's a club, there's a Facebook group for Dominicans that married Haitians and they all know each other, right? So I need to ask my family, is that racist?
That's hilarious. Racist. First of all, that's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Shout out to Club, man. De La Rue.
De La realness.
So I said to her, you got to save that one until, at his funeral when he passes or whatever.
Wow.
Right? I know. I've been on this kick lately.
Oh my God.
And I was like, don't bother because all the Haitians are going to be like, what? What's
you?
wrong? What? Did you know her?
Did you guys meet at the border and high five and become love? I love you.
So yeah, well, my parents have a track record of being racist.
My mom has a track record of being outrageous, but we won't talk about her today. She pissed me off yesterday.
We didn't talk about us. So guys, if you haven't seen us, you have one more week to see
Jen
us.
hasn't seen it yet.
I've seen it.
Oh,
She saw it the other day, and she was like, fuck that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She did her homework. She did 2 movies.
Yo, I'm proud of you. Come on.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's
Thundercats unite.
yeah, that's way out of Jen's what do you call it?
Comfort zone.
Comfort zone and threshold and all of the above. She met her quota for the year.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit, that's good. I want to watch it again though. Yeah, so
Me too.
And I want to see Fences.
What that
With,
do?
with Denzel.
Denzel and Viola.
That was a good. That
yet.
was a
You
good
haven't
movie.
seen it?
No, so I'm off work next week.
Oh,
so
they act their ass off.
I want to
Yo,
see
that was
that.
a good movie.
Viola, you watch How to Get Away with Murder.
Yes.
So she's cried on the show. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, she get the snots.
The snot.
She
who
commits.
snots on command.
She commits
Who's
to the
snots
snot.
on command? That is a good question. Because you got
commits to
the
that snot.
glisten here.
Fam,
You can't make that.
and not even want to wipe it.
right, right, right.
Not only does she commit to the snots, she's done the episodes with no makeup,
I heard.
and she commits to that shit. You're like, whoa.
She a real one. She
Yeah.
a real one.
She is.
Yeah, Fences. It's It's based on a play, so they film it almost in as a play, within real scenery and on set.
That's dope.
But it's different than your traditional film. So remember that as you're watching. But they do a phenomenal job with it.
Very
see
good
that.
job.
So, that's
Oh man, just remember the scene
With
from the
Denzel.
movie. Yeah.
The powerful
Finger
Denzel.
teardrop.
Oh fuck yeah, I cried.
Yeah. You cried?
Yeah, it was towards the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
no movie makes me sad every time.
With that though.
Set it off.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the Queen. I'd hit.
Good night, everybody. Good morning. Enjoy
Thanks
your
for
weekend.
tuning in,
Thank
y'all.
you.
We'll
That
talk
was
to
a
you
great
next
episode,
week.
I think.
Yeah, it was. Hey.
Hey, 59 in the books.
Peace.
Bye.
Damn, 50.